Hello, gamers. How are we feeling today? Good morning, good night, good time zone. Hello, welcome back. Welcome back online. Isn't it good to be back? Isn't it good to have silly times once again? I'm tired, but when am I not tired? I shouldn't be tired. I slept for like 11 hours this morning and I went to work later than usual. But I stay tired because I'm chronically exhausted. But it's good to see everybody. Although some of y'all can't hear me, I realize that now. Aw, you were thinking of me yesterday, Buck. Well, thank you. It's nice to be thought of. It's nice that I'm not forgotten just yet. That I'm still remembered. I still live on in the deep innermost psyches of some of you. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is yet to be determined, but that's really, really sweet of you, Bach. Yeah, I guess we should get this show on the road because the ads are ending in approximately 7 seconds or so. What's really fucked, I haven't streamed in 2 weeks. Tell me why I started stream with only one snooze on my fucking ads. My ad manager for stream. Tell me why. Tell me why that hasn't reset to full. Excuse me, Twitch? What do you mean? Anyway, I just thought that was some fuck shit and I thought it was really funny. But anyway. Hi gamers. Hello. Welcome back online. Congrats on getting first, Bach. You're creeping up on Leo's high score, so good for you. Pog. Hello, Entity. Hello, Sleepy. Hello, Marrow. Hello, Whiskey Calico. And hello, anyone else?
Says, hey, please don't get arrested.
What?
I hear it's difficult to stream when you're in the...
No.
Wait for it. Inklypuff.
I'm gonna put you in the fucking Inklypuff. Listen. Listen. I'm not in this prison. I am in this little cage to keep me away from you. Because when I get my fucking hands on you, I'm like a ravenous dog with rabies. I know I got the cat ears on right now, but still, shut the fuck up, Bach. No. Missed you too, Marrow. Also, you saw the ping on your other Discord account. You figured you'd stop by and say hey. Well, thank you for stopping by and saying hey, Whiskey. It's nice to see. It's nice to see a new first-time chat. Although, if you're from the Discord, then that means you're not a first-timer. Jesus, listen, it's totally normal here. But how's everybody doing today? It's been a day. I should probably change it to more chill music. This hyperactive music is like making my brain work in not a good way. Like my brain works sometimes, but like I want it to work at least somewhat well. I was a little nervous to start stream, so maybe something to go head empty, brain no thoughts would be good. But yeah, how's it been? It's been like what? Technically like 13 days, but like still, as you can see from today's title, it's going to be a shorter stream. I'm going to be leaving out of here in a little bit because instead of doing the stupid download thing, because, you know, some people like, I don't know, get digital copies of games like posers, I'm going to go out and touch grass in the real world and do a midnight release pickup of the new Pokemon game because I like physical, tangible media and I don't like the concept of a rent-to-own game where, you know, the powers that be could take the game away from me. No. I want the actual cartridge in my hand so I can lick the bitter cartridge and say, yes, this is mine. First stream of the month. So true, technically. And no, we haven't done the fall setup. We haven't even done the Halloween stuff. At this point, I'm like, do I bother setting that stuff up? Because like, what if I only do like 2 streams this month? Then all that effort will have been for naught. Terra League, Electric Boogaloo. I have been staying away from spoilers. I have literally every Pokemon adjacent term muted on Twitter, so I am spoiler free on things. Thank fucking God. I can't believe Inkly just called you a poser. Yeah, what you gonna do about it? You know, you've been here on another account only once. Just finished doing stream stuff about an hour ago, I think. You were on your PC. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Very cool. First stream of the month. Yeah, first stream of the year, more like. Setting up the Hallow Giving Miss decorations, mix all 3. You know what? You're so right. I got this really cute free to use asset where it's like, you know, a nice like Halloween kind of like fall kind of vibes. I could put up the shadow tree and then we can just use that up until Valentine's Day. Does that sound good, gamers? Put in the Christmas tree again. All right, it's time to deck the halls and put the balls between the toes.
Did you just
oh, hi,
say
Shadow.
Me,
what's up?
You little punk. You fool. Don't you know that I, Shadow the Hedgehog, have the power of God?
Yes.
VTubers
and the gripper
on
tree
side?
on the side. Yep.
Subscribe now to my favorite VTuber.
Don't do that. That's probably the
Inklypuff,
worst decision that you could
prepare
probably
to
make.
be defeated by my Chaos Control.
You're either gonna get defeated by the Chaos Controller, or he's gonna beat you upside the head with the Christmas tree. One of the two. It depends on his mood. Oh my goodness, but I am very, very excited for the new Legends ZA game. I keep calling it like Legends Arceus, and I'm like, no, that's not the one. It's gonna be an adjustment. I will accidentally call it Legends Arceus or PLA, and I'm like, nope, that's not the game. That's not the one. In my head, it's always just been the one game, and now there's the 2 games, so that's gonna be interesting. Although I have no idea what to expect, so I'm very excited. Obviously, since I'm doing a midnight release, I actually asked off of work for tomorrow, so I'm burning a vacation day. So I was thinking maybe we could play it tomorrow. I'm probably not going to go live tonight just because I'm already a little tired. So maybe we'll do like a morning or an afternoon stream and just play through the game. Yeah. You're listening to a ZA stream at the same time from Australia. Oh, yeah, that's right. The game released in Australia. So that's kind of pog. That's really cool. But like, no, I can't do the Australia thing because otherwise I'd have to download it. And that defeats the purpose of me wanting to have a physical collection. Like, I just like collecting physical games, period. But like, especially when it comes to Pokemon games, because the games always hold their value over the years. Like, this is very true for like any of the cartridge games. I mean, they wind up either holding the same value of when they released, or they wind up doubling or tripling or quadrupling in price if you're Pokemon Emerald. So, yeah. Listen. Pokemon games are always good games to buy physical, in my humble little opinion. Hi, Nichols. Hello, gamers. How are you doing, buddy? But yeah, I've been doing good for anyone that's been wondering. I've been taking it easy. I've been doing a whole lot of nothing, and I've been doing a lot of something, but a whole lot of nothing. You've missed me. I've missed hanging out with you guys for sure. It's like every now and then I'm like, oh, I could, but then I'm like, oh man, I'm so fucking tired, bro. I just want to sleep. I'm either really nauseous or I'm like really, really tired. Or if it were talking about this past week, I might have been having a little bit of obsessive brain rot because I kind of got sucked into a new series. It's not really a new series. It's like a 13, 14-year-old series. But I got sucked into it nonetheless, and I just binged it. Whoops. You're hanging in there? That's good. You keep hanging in there. Speaking of, you actually requested to have 2 days off, like a month in advance. Unfortunately for all your coworkers, the 2 days are one of the busiest days of the month, and they will have neither the boss nor the most dedicated employee to help them out. So what you're saying is they're fucked, and they have to figure it out. Just watch your boss be like conveniently forgetting that you asked off that day and tell you that you need to come in. That's usually how it works for me. Like, I will be the person that will, like, request off something, like, 2 months, 3 months in advance, right? And they'll be like, oh, you're coming in for this holiday, right? And I'm like, no? Question mark? I requested it off? Hello? Like, no, I'm not coming in. And they're like, uh-oh. And their eyes kind of go wide with them realizing, oh, we fucked up. Gonna go get some, ooh, okay, all right, good luck. The boss on a trip to India right now, so yeah, no, that's not happening. Oh, well, yeah, no. So, what you're saying is, it's not your problem, and that is above your pay grade to worry about. Smile. But yes, I've been a brain rotting and obsessing over a new anime / manga. So I don't know how this happens. If I had a dime for every time I get into a series, a well-beloved series or franchise, at the perfect time, I'd have 2 dimes. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened this many times. So for context, I have gotten into Yona of Dawn, or Yona of the Dawn, whatever you want to call it. I started with the anime because I only got like 24 episodes. It's a singular season, as is usually the case with shoujo anime. It was really, really good. It was really refreshing. I actually liked the character arc of the main girl, Yona. She goes from like this little bitch ass annoying girl to like someone who can hold her own water, and her character arc throughout the manga gets even better. But like, my thing was, I binged the entire anime in like 2 days binge session. So like, I binged like one half of the season on one day, and then the next day I binged the rest of it. And then by the end of episode 24, I'm like, man, like, this was just really just a setup for the actual story, and I'm felt a little underwhelmed. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should go see what the manga's about. Because I started trolling around, be like, okay, does it have a light novel? Because I'd rather read a light novel than I would a manga, if that makes sense. Because if the manga's still ongoing, odds are a light novel's finished. But this is like one of those rare cases where the franchise doesn't have a light novel. It is just manga exclusive. So I'm like, oh, so I gotta read the manga. Apparently though, the manga, like the serialization for the manga is actually supposed to be ending this year. So I literally got into this franchise at the perfect time. Not only the perfect time, but as it came back from a 3-month hiatus from the manga side. So now they're actually getting like bi-weekly chapter updates. So I'm like, oh shit! That's huge. So I spent like the next few days kind of off and on catching up on the manga, but it's really, really cute. I like it. But it's a lot of fun. Happy, yeah, hi Inkly, happy T1 day before ZA. Happy ZA nuke day. We're all gonna be running around becoming the very best, or like, I don't know, making mega evolution, so my prediction, we're gonna have a mega electrode, and he's gonna be one giant ball. ZA Eve, if you will. Yeah, exactly. What if like mega electrode is literally just a fucking nuke? He actually isn't ball-shaped. He actually, like, morphs a little bit. He becomes pill-shaped and, grows fins. Oops. Oh, man. I love being completely blind because, like, I don't know what megas to expect. This is great. You know what? I'm thinking Mega Wish Cash. Why not? Wish Cash hasn't received any love since it came out. Since it came out in Emerald and Ruby and Sapphire. So, like, it's about time, We need to give love to the mons that no one really likes. Let's see. Regional form for Barboach, baby. No. I don't think Pokemon would want to be reminded of a nuke. Why not? They had the fucking destruction laser from Pokemon X and Y. I mean, they're not above a nuke. Ha ha, funny. Mega the Dunsparce, you're so right. He gets one extra ball to his body. Fuck yeah. Mega Lopunny. Listen, Lopunny already got a Mega, but like, Mega Lopunny X. She's even sluttier than before. I don't know, man. I don't know. What other Pokemon can we get Megas of? You know what? Mega Machamp. Why not? We got Hawlucha. He was fighting with a fucking Machamp in the trailer. Why not? Give him another set of arms. Spider Champ. Hello, Black Widow. What's up, gamer? How are you? Hi, Pander. Stretching time, you say? Oh boy, stretching time. Okay. I'll drink some tea too. I went to a barbecue place on my way home from work. It's going good. I decided to love myself today. I was like on the way home, I'm like, damn, I'm kind of in the mood for barbecue. So I drove by the barbecue place and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna be a little sissy pansy bitch. I'm gonna go in the store instead of through the drive-thru like a little weenie. I'm gonna grow some balls, gonna go in the store, I'm gonna order my food and sit at a single top by myself, and I'm gonna gorge myself on some wonderful, beautiful pork covered in barbecue sauce, and I had a wonderful time. So I treated myself today. Let this be a reminder, you are allowed to do things on your own and you're allowed to love yourself. Take yourself on a date if you haven't been on one in a minute. It's quite nice. It was really good. And I got some sweet tea and it was so good. I also got some like creamy mac and cheese, like the good kind. Disgustingly good. You're doing good messing around in Dead Island killing zombies. Ooh, killing the zombies. You're saying you're slaying is what you're saying. I'm afraid I'd treat myself to too much. I mean, I treated myself to too much, but I mean, when a girl is just craving a giant sandwich full of honkin' meat, who are you going to how are you going to deny a girl that joy? I mean, really. I mean, really. It's not often I want a honkin' plate of meat, but when I do, damn it, I want a honkin' plate of meat. Slap that meat on the table, shove it in my mouth. And then, like, the servers are just, like, kind of looking at me as I have, like, a feral look in my eye. Barbecue sauce is dripping down my face. Like, what? What do you want? Don't look at me. Don't perceive me. And I go, and then they run away screaming. True story. Actually happened. Totally. But yes, I had some barbecue today. And then I came home and I took a shower. So I cleaned up the sins of the barbecue. So it's like it never happened. You walked back into your room at the worst time. Listen, do you not just get lost in the barbecue sauce sometimes? I mean, we've all been there, right? Yeah, we've all been there. And about to look like Ruby shoving down a whole kimbap down her throat. Honestly, no, bro. I have like such a tiny fucking mouth. Like, what is normally like a small looking sandwich to someone with big giant man hands, for me, and they could probably eat it like in maybe 4 bites. For me, this is a whole endeavor that probably takes like 20 minutes, and I have to like sit back and rest for a little bit, scroll on shorts, wipe my face, and then take another small minuscule little flea bite. We've all been there, right, guys? Yeah, of course, we all have. Yeah, I'm totally not saying we have all been there to make myself sound more normal. No, I'd never do that. We would never do that, right, chat? Right. Looking like James in the Giant Pea. Shut up. Wait, you recently discovered Wingstop for the first time and went ape shit the second time you went? Ordered so many different wings, I couldn't get enough of the lemon pepper. Oh my god, Wingstop's lemon pepper wings are so fucking good. I'm so glad you have discovered it. It is a world of joyousness. I can tell you that much. Granted, there are some local places that just have so much better wings around me. I will opt for the local shops for wings over like, a chain like Wingstop or like B-Dubs. But, sometimes, the chain wings they just hit right sometimes. I walk back to, I'll shove that meat into your mouth. Shut up. Oh, wait, what? The first gunshots that you heard that you moved into the city took 3 months. Damn. That's not good. That's not good at all. Reminds me of when I was a kid. The place is gone now, sadly. It's lost to time, but there was a Chinese all-you-can-eat once upon a time, and one time you went with your family, and little me at the time just loved noodles. By the 7th time, I went up to the cook asking for noodles, and all me, I think I got the message. Oh, man. That sounds like a fun time. I saw a video, kind of tangentially related to, like, Chinese food, but, like, I saw a video of... It tickled me. It tickled me just a little bit because it was like one of those like Reddit type stories or like whatever, like a Tumblr text post that's got like Minecraft parkour happening in the background and someone's reading over it. It's like an actual person reading it, not like, an AI, voice or whatever. But it was telling the story of like how when they were little, there was like this walk that used to be open, that they used to love going there. It was called like Walk 22 or something. And then they go by the place. Apparently they've gone through many different seasons of being closed for like, health violations, tax fraud, etc. And apparently they're open again, but under the title like Walk 28. So I just think it's a really funny concept. Shutting down a whole restaurant, rebranding it, just slapping a new number. Like, yes, this is totally a new restaurant. Yeah, the Walk 28 place. I'm just like, yeah, that sounds about right. If I were doing tax fraud, that's how I would do it. It's like, I love the concept in my mind that the place was probably originally just called Walk. And then they get shut down for the first time, and then they called themselves Walk 1. So you're telling me you've only tipped the scale exactly. Only the surface of the iceberg. The chicken wing iceberg, my friend. What about tax fraud? Oh, walk 28. I wonder if they'll go to like walk 69. Do you wonder? That's our the queen of being out of context. That's me. The walk 28 story sounds like that meme where Mo is kicking Barney out of the bar and he just appears right behind him again. Oh, yeah. Just kicks down the door. Hello. It's me. But it's just funny that you mentioned like Chinese food because I'm just like, oh yeah, the Walk 28 place just instantly came to mind and I thought it was funny. Oh man, I'd totally do that. I would listen, if I had to shut down this channel for tax fraud, I would just maybe inconspicuously come back as Inkly 2. God, could you imagine? Could you imagine if VTubers did that? Instead of rebranding as a whole new person, they just became username number 2. Username 3 every time they get like fucking banned or they like rebrand. That'd be the funniest shit ever. Could you imagine? Could you imagine instead of when Gargura graduated, like becoming Saba, instead she just fucking rebrands as Gargura 2 and just goes indie. I mean, could they stop her? Maybe. I don't know, man. I don't know. Or maybe you could come out as not Inklypuff. I could, but sadly that username's taken by some fucking bitch, bro. Hate that guy. My number one enemy. Yo, I'm graduating. Whiskey Calico Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. Or Inkly with an L. Oh my god. Linkly, but like there's no like... I'll keep that in mind when I'm really sick and tired of vowels and I'm like, man, I just want a username with all consonants, baby. Oh, with an I see. What fun times. That's how they failed inspection. Wait, they failed their inspection? Oh no. They probably killed the health inspector like SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs did that one time. Hey, I actually saw this video on TikTok and I thought it would be interesting to ask you guys. Everyone who has seen and perceived SpongeBob has like that, there's the SpongeBob quotes that everybody knows, but what's the one SpongeBob quote that you yourself quote all the time and you kind of are low-key worried that like nobody gets the reference, right? It's like it's a SpongeBob quote and it should be known, but it's like it's a little on the fringe that like sometimes it just kind of flies over people's heads. Like for me, I love saying the inner machinations of my mind are an enigma, and then I make the sound of milk falling over, and then people kind of just like look at me weird, and I'm like, no, it's a SpongeBob reference. I swear I'm not insane. God, I Wumbo, you Wumbo, he, she, we Wumbo. Apparently, people don't know that one, and I'm like, what do you mean they don't know Wumbo? What do you mean? It's first grade. That's literally the only SpongeBob quote you know. Health codes are good, don't get me wrong, but over here at an Indian place that was opened by the mayor, eventually cut a 1 out of 5, so shock horror in the news, literally no one stopped ordering from them, no one got sick and their food was amazing. Next year, 5 out of 5, who knows what happened? Probably the health inspector was like a hard ass. Sometimes it happens. If you've ever worked in food service, you know this story all too well, especially if you're like back at the house. The health inspector always fucking shows up when it is balls to the walls busy and like you have like 2 catering orders, it is a slam full house and like all the food is fucking everywhere, okay? It's all hands on deck. Someone wants the most complicated salad in the goddamn building. And it's just, that's when they show up and they're like,
This isn't labeled. This doesn't have a date on it. This isn't sealed. The lettuce is touching the tomatoes.
bitch! It's a salad! Anyway, it always happens at the worst time, and I have lived through many a horror in food service to know. So that's probably what wound up happening then. Probably. I wasn't there, so I can't attest to it. But like failing the health inspector exam is not great, but there are reasons a good, well-kept establishment can fail. Because it just happens to be on an off day and maybe the staff was just really underprepared. And then you just have a hard-ass fucking health inspector. Anyway, that's besides the point. It's like, how the fuck do you make the sound of milk falling? Like this. Easy. Or I usually just do like a hand gesture, like my hand, I just make my hand fall over. And then I just say with asterisks, milks follows over. Easy. Pog. I knew so many at one point, but now you don't know any. Health inspectors? Are you telling me you killed them all? Are you telling me you offed the health inspectors? That's why you don't know any of them anymore? That's crazy. Anyway, apparently chat's just confessing to crimes up in this place. I didn't know you were comfy like that. Hold on. Oh, SpongeBob quotes. Oh, sorry, my bad. I was a little not clear. Behind the tool shed. Listen, SpongeBob quotes are great though. I love them. I always blank on them when I want to call them. And this is also the same problem whenever I try to think of funny dad jokes or knock-knock jokes. Whenever someone tells me, hey, quick, think of a knock-knock joke, I'm just like, and I fucking forget every single joke I've ever heard in my goddamn life, which really and truly should have just been my life because my life is a joke. But like, hey, at least I'm not the only one laughing, right? Don't make the health inspector disappear. I make real inspectors disappear. Whoa, buddy. What? Don't send Sherlock Holmes after don't tell Sherlock Holmes to investigate this guy. I kind of like Sherlock. Hold on. The joke is too real. Oh no, my Oshi's being a little too real today. Uh-oh. Oh, man. But I am excited for the many things that are over the horizon. I'm looking forward to the new Legends EA game. I am looking forward to the next chapter of Yona of Dawn. By the way, I don't know how many of you guys have actually consumed Yona of Dawn or have even heard of it, but I have beef. I got beef with the author, manga creator, whoever. I got beef with them because why the fuck did they end the latest chapter? Like this current arc has just like been like a depression arc. I love the series. It's a depression arc right now. Like it's just, you think it couldn't get worse. It gets worse and it gets worse. And then they fucking leave you at the end of the chapter with a fucking cliffhanger. And you're like, I gotta wait 2 weeks for this? I gotta wait 2 whole damn weeks to figure out what happens next? Are you fucking kidding me? Yona of Dawn. I forget what the Japanese name of Yona of the Dawn. Let's see. Akatsuki no Yona is the Japanese title. But basically it is princess with red hair. But yes, it is a fantasy romance series, but it's honestly like it is more fantasy and like politics than it is romance, coming from someone who has read the manga now. The romance is kind of like sprinkled in at the end of major arcs as like a little treat, like a little bone, like, oh, congratulations, you read something, good job. Here's a little romance that we're not going to address again until the next time you get another treat. I've been following since 2014. You love that manga. DX, I don't know if you knew this, but apparently the manga is going to be coming to an end this year. Like, we're in the final arc. People are saying that there's probably going to be like maybe 3, maybe 4 more chapters, which means there's going to be not 5 more chapters, like 3 to 4 more volumes, which means there's probably going to be like 15 to 20 more chapters. So I am excited, to say the least, and they are getting back to like bi-weekly chapter releases. So the next chapter release is going to be like on the 20th or something like that. So I am very excited, but I'm just like, the way, I don't want to spoil it because I don't know how many people are caught up on it, but the way they ended the latest chapter just sends me for a fucking loop. It just sends me for a loop. Yona of Dawn is a throwback. You talk about it like I talk about Fushigi Yugi. Listen, it's such a good series though. I was into Rent-A-Girlfriend. 4 seasons later, you lost all my interest. I hate it when that happens, when you get really into a series and then you just kind of lose interest in it, you know? You need to catch up. The irregular releases were hard. Yeah, but I knew about Yona of Dawn. Like, it's been on my radar since, honestly, I want to say like 2018, 2019. I meant to watch it during the pandemic, but I never got around to it. And I'm glad that I didn't, because I would not have survived all of these hiatuses and bullcrap that the main fan base has to deal with. Holy cow. Like, the series has been ongoing for like 13 years, and it's finally coming to a close around the end of year 13 going into 14. So it's a long time series, but I'm just like, God, I'm so glad that I procrastinated this, because I get to binge it. I get to be spoiled, and I don't have to wait that long for the series to conclude. I'm so happy. The same thing happened when I got into Fruits Basket. Like, it was on my radar for such a damn long time, and I just kept putting it off. And then, for some reason, they decided to make seasons 2 and 3 to wrap everything up. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah. And I got to binge the whole thing. It was beautiful. It was great. Ooh, Fragrant Blossoms with Dignity. That's such a good series. I hate having to wait every Saturday for it, but it's so cute. I love it. Or Saturday, Sunday, I forget. The weekend. I usually just watch it in the weekend. But it is such a cute series. It's just, I love the dynamics. It's so well animated too. Some of those fucking cliffhangers were so hard. DX, how far along are you in Yona of Dawn? I'm curious. Like, where do you remember things last being left off? Because, like, I read everything last week, so I'm very fresh on things. You like that show? It got kind of strange. Not bad, though. Yeah, I never got into Rent-A-Girlfriend, so I think I dodged a bullet there. You're not gonna buy this Pokemon. You have many that needs to be finished. No, that's totally understandable, Shrey. I need to finish Legends Arceus too, because I just need to finish like the Pokedex, and I would love to shiny hunt for actual Arceus and BDSP. But, you know, I'm just gonna try the new game just to kind of feel for it. I don't know if I'm gonna stream the whole thing. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. It just kind of depends on my mood, but like, yeah. I just like playing Pokemon games. So I'm just a guy, you know. You don't recall shit. Have you gotten all of the dragons together? I assume, because that's like where the anime ends. Let's see. Shit. I don't want to like say something that's too far ahead. Do you know anything about a flood? Do we know anything about what's happened, like what's going on in the southern border? Has anybody visited there yet? It's 2:20. Got alert. Great catch up. Have fun. All right. Have a good one, Red Panda. Good catching up with you too. Wait, would it be a good pickup? Yona of Dawn? Absolutely. Honestly, if you can support it officially, you can do so. I don't know how far along the English translation is on the official release side. Now, I will be honest, I've kind of been yo-ho-hoing Yona of Dawn, and I know that's kind of a cardinal sin when we're talking about, you know, media that's like shoujo, targeted towards females, you know. I understand that's a cardinal sin, but at the same time, there's a lot of volumes, and I am one person, and I don't have a lot of money to spend in one sitting, so at the very least, whenever I yo-ho-ho a series, if I really like it, I will go out of my way to add that series into my physical collection over time. So Yona of Dawn is like one of those series that I will absolutely collect the entire manga serialization just so I can have it in my bookshelf and just so I can read it later on. Plus the art style is super pretty, but for the sake of just being caught up and keeping up with the story, I'm just reading like fan translations. I remember A War of Sorts, but I think I gotta get past the War of Sorts. Is it the war with the South Kai Empire? Is it with South Kai? Is that like starting up, I'm assuming? Yes, okay. It gets crazy, bro. It gets crazy. It just ended. Dude, the stuff that happened in the South, bro. Listen, I love any moments with Yona and Hawk. Like, low-key, like, Hawk is just such a fun character. I love their dynamic, specifically because the way that, like, Hawk, like, kind of teases Yona, just their dynamic in general distinctly reminds me of Hunkley. Like, it's rare that I'll find a male protagonist that reminds me of my actual IRL husband and, like, the playful nature and, like, the childhood friend back and forth. I love it. I eat that shit up whenever it happens. But I was not ready. I was not ready for the scene with the fire during the rescue sequence. Lady just sees a fucking urn and is like, oh, here's some water. I wasn't ready for her to fucking mama bird. I was not ready for her to mama bird, and I wasn't ready for bro to be as thirsty as he was. That sent me out of my chair. I went flying. I was like, what? What do you mean? What does she mean by this? Why can't you just use your hands? You can cup them, you know. You can run over with your hands. What? Anyway, funniest shit ever. I love it. I love it when romance scenes and certain like manga are just out of pocket. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was reading a seinen manga. Oh. I would expect this from Apothecary Diaries, not you, Yona of Dawn, wholesome shoujo. Wait. You were thinking about that as well as supporting, but there's one manga and it's only Japanese and English version, and it's not finished. Yeah. That is the kicker. It's not finished just yet. But I do recommend at the very least just reading Yona of Dawn, because it is a very interesting story. And like, it's simple in a way, but also I do like the dynamics. Like, it's one of the few series that you're like, I like seeing the interplay between all of the different characters and like the different like politics and stuff. Like, I really, really love the dynamic between all of the different dragons and like how they interact together, how they interact with Yona. I really like it. I really like how everybody interacts with one another, which is why this latest arc has been a fucking doozy. I actually cried. I was like, oh God. Especially when it got to scenes with Shinha, I was in tears. I was like, oh no. Like, it was brutal, bro. The latest arc is fucking brutal. I hardly watch shoujo. Would it draw me in? Honestly, if you like political intrigue, if you like drama, I mean, just to kind of like spoil like the first episode or the first few chapters of the manga. It basically, you start out with like this spoiled princess who's just like obsessed with like the childhood best friend. Like, she's got two of them. She's obsessed with one of the guys and like, you know, wants to marry him, blah, 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 blah. And she's just boy crazy, just kind of like an annoying princess, right? Who knows nothing about her kingdom or the world. And then Massive betrayal happens. The guy that she likes kind of does a stabby stab and kills her dad, which is the king, and basically usurps the throne and hunts her out of her own kingdom. Great. Yeah, it's an anime. It's an anime. You can definitely watch the first season, and then after that, jump into the manga at around chapter 46, and then you can keep on going. Because the anime very faithfully does like the first few chapters of the manga, so you're not going to be missing a whole lot if you just watch the anime and then go straight to the manga afterwards. I like it like that. Quite nice. But yeah, if you like fantasy, you like drama, politics, and all that stuff, very good. They get to a point also. For those of you who have seen the anime but you haven't read the manga, they fight a drug cartel, which is fun. They literally are literally fighting drug lords, and it's great. Good shit. But yeah, I've been having fun reading Yona of Dawn. So when I wasn't like working on art or animating emotes, I was like just binging Yona of Dawn. And when I wasn't doing either of those, I was busy sleeping. Indubitably, yes. Oh yeah, speaking of like art projects, small updates. All of my emote art, at least the main ones for Twitch, that we will be going into for 1.0 debut, those are all done. I am in the stage of animating them now. So I have finished all the ones that need to be animated with like Premiere and After Effects, and God, I fucking hate After Effects. So I only have 3 that I need to animate left, and then they'll be done. I'm excited. 2 of them I'm going to be messing around in Live 2D with, so that's going to be a fun little challenge. Like, I'm actually looking forward to it because I like Live 2D. And then one is just going to be a fuck-ass, frame by framer in Clip Studio Paint, but like, I'm not going to be redrawing anything. It's just me going to be squashing, stretching, and deforming the shit out of something I've already drawn. So it's going to be funny. Yeah, you found it. Y'all, let's go. Wait, you know what I love about low-level enemies in video games? Their confidence in attacking a random knight with a massive sword just walking around, right? Like, here you are, with your fucking full set of glistening armor. You've got the sword of the gods that has slayed Balhart the dragon. And then here's youngster Joey with his shorts, flip-flops, and a little net, and he's like, hey, what a battle! And you're like, are you sure about this, kid? And he like thwacks you with a net, so then you just like fucking behead him with your sword. How delightful. Yes, very delightful. Yes, emotes are brewing. Also, I got some commissions back. I got some stuff back, was it yesterday? Or the day before last? I forget, my days are kind of blending together. But I got some stuff, gamers. I got some stuff back. So I don't mean to spoil it, but hey, we got new sub emotes finally after 3 whole years. But it's kind of a good news, bad news things. The sub emotes are amazing and they're very cute. Kind of bad news though. In testing them just because I was really curious to see what they would look like on the channel, I accidentally deleted the 2-year sub emote that currently existed. And so now that's gone, and I don't have the original file anymore. So whoopsies to all of you who are subbed 2 years plus. I just deleted your green badge. My bad. Oopsies. Anyway, you'll get something better when the new stuff comes in and that gets all revealed. But sorry, my bad. I got a little too carried away. My bad. And then I also got something else that I think you guys will really like when I get to show it off, but I can't show it off just yet. The positive side of the young, they have optimism before it gets crushed. Aww. Kind of like me, IRL. I had such stars in my eyes and then life crushed me. Anyway, I did a little oopsie whoopsie fucko boingo. My bad, gamers. Sorgy. I mean, it really only affects like maybe 3, 4 people. So like, it's not the end of the world, but you know, my bad. But I'm excited. Things are finally coming together. Unfortunately, I did have to cancel a commission yesterday, which was not fun, but it was for the best. So I'm going to be shopping around for a different artist to kind of take care of different projects and stuff. I'm learning that, hey, I don't have the skills for everything under the sun, and I only have so many brain cells to spare. So I'm just kind of like picking and choosing people to offload work onto. Like, yeah, sure, I could draw my own sub emotes or sub badges, but like I could not be arsed to just make more small little art. So I'm just like, you know what? Someone else can do it. You figure it out. Here's money. I'm gonna go sleep and I'm gonna go read Yona of Dawn now. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at, gamers. But I'm excited. Things are coming along. Slowly but surely. And also, I was, for those of you that got a random DM today, sorry, I've been trying to get around to, I finally got around to, writing down my list of people that I owe things from, and just the things that I need to do following the charity stuff from June. So I'm now finally getting around to some of these things. So do look forward to that. I haven't forgotten. I just never made a spreadsheet, and I finally made the spreadsheet. So I'm getting organized again. Yay! I also realized, God, there's a lot of stream-based things that I need to do, and I haven't done them. And then it was wait, is there anything that I missed from 2024 VTuber SummerSlam? And I realized I never did the cooking stream, and I never did the build the persona stream. And I feel bad about that. So I'm like, what if at some point when I come back in a full capacity, what if I just do a marathon? What if I call it concept? I call it the Scammerthon, where I just marathon stream until I have honored all of my charity incentives until they're all done. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be funny? There's no incentives. There's no timer or anything. I just have to keep going until I'm no longer a scammer. I thought that would be kind of funny. Build a what stream? Build a persona. Build a persona workshop where I take a quiz on what kind of furry I am, and then I draw it. A really, really shitty persona. It sounded funny at the time, but also, yikes, I have to draw a persona. But there's just some stuff that, I'd like to be able to do, because, I still have to do the karaoke stream. I still really want to do that. I have to find assets for it. I just need to construct the scene, get some assets, because I think it'd be funny to, if I'm doing a themed karaoke night, I wanna get it just right, I also have to do the It Takes Two playthrough with Hunkley, but I was thinking I could just record that, and that can be its own edited video instead of it being a live stream. But then you guys don't get to talk to Hunkley. But then, it can be a really nice, precise thing, and, we can do it over the course of, multiple days. Because, the problem with Hunkley's schedule, and, just playing games with him in general, everything depends on his schedule, and sometimes he's got plans with other people, so I don't know. I'm kind of, spitballing things. By the way, if you draw that, we're never letting that photo get deleted. Oh, I know. That whatever cursed thing that comes out of my brain and onto the canvas will live on forever in infamy and will haunt me until the day that I die. I realize that, but I carved the tombstone, might as well put it up above my grave, I did this, so I might as well live with it. But also for those of you who are interested in the art vote thing for that old incentive, that is I got the whip back for that. Oh mamacita. Oh mamacita. So that's getting cooked. So I'm excited for that one for you guys to finally get that reward back. But the art's not done yet. So soon, TM, soon. But yeah, lots of things have been cooking, so I am very excited for the future. But just taking it easy in the meantime. Oh, in other news, not really related to me, but it's like adjacently related because it's, my sister Abel's. Huge news, she got some PC parts yesterday. So she's on her way to getting her PC built up, fixed, and then she should probably be returning to streaming sometime soon-ish. She just has to wait on my older brother to she has to wait on the components to come in and then my older brother to build the PC. But huge. Yeah. Thank you, Bach. I don't have an Apples command. That is a crime. I should probably be stoned for that. But yeah, if you don't know, Apples is my IRL sister. So if you haven't done so already, consider giving her a follow. She's really cool, really funny, and very, very cursed, but also super chill. So yeah, she's cool. We love Apples in this household. But I know she's been really sad that she hasn't been able to stream a lot lately, and that it's all out of circumstances that are out of her control right now. But I'm glad that she's finally getting a W. She fucking deserves it. I miss her stream. I do too. We get more sister collabs. I would if she didn't have such a weird fucking schedule, bro. I swear, the days that I think she should be working, she's not working, and she's staying up until 5 a.m. And then the days that I think that she wouldn't be working, oh no, she is at work, and she's working a double, and I'm like, oh, I guess I won't bother you. It's hard to plan with her because she doesn't know her schedule until the week of. And I'm someone that has a very consistent schedule, so I know exactly what I'm doing every single week until the day that I quit my job, so... Yeah, she likes to stream with Inkly sleeping. Yeah, that too. She's very much a Degen hour kid. I don't know how she does it. She is still awake and stirring by the time that I'm waking up for the day for work. That's the kind of life that she lives. We are on, even though we're literally in the same time zone, we act like we're on opposite sides of the world. Funny as shit, though. Funny shit. I feel like that's just the kind of duality of siblings. There's always the one sibling that stays up into the wee hours of the morning, whereas the rest of everybody are normal hours, There's always the one. There's always the one gamer. Let me stretch. If you guys haven't stretched in a minute, this is a good time to do so. But yeah, enough about me. What have y'all been up to? I am curious. Are you guys doing anything you're excited for? Or perhaps listen, if anyone's got any anime recommendations or manga recommendations, flick them my way because I need something to obsess over again. I've been thinking about maybe getting back into reading the Seventh Time Loop novels. Because I remember getting I remember getting to maybe three or four light novels in before I stopped for some reason, but I remember really enjoying them. You'll throw some stuff in the anime manga channel. Ooh, yeah. So that way I don't forget. Because I know there was the one that was mentioned earlier, the Fragrant Flower Blooms at something. That one's a really cute one. I've been enjoying that. Gachi Yakata or something like that, the trash one. That one's really cool, but oh my god. The episode before last was deeply uncomfortable. It's rare that an anime gets me kind of feeling my body and my bone is crawling out of my skin because I am that disgusted with a character. It takes a lot for me to get to that point, and it was deeply disturbing, and I feel like they did it in a tasteful way, but it was disturbing, and it invoked the right emotion that it was intending to invoke. And I'm just I applaud a series that is able and capable to make me feel this kind of feeling. because that means you know they did it right. But oh my goodness, yeah. So just by the way, trigger warning. It's rape. I can't sugarcoat around that. It was deeply uncomfortable. RuneScape is doing a Gridmaster event, which is like a bingo event of sorts where you complete a certain predetermined task for unique items and perks that basically turn you into plankton on maximum overdrive. So you're doing that. Oh, that sounds lovely. So bingo time, you're gambling. Uh-oh, ad break. I am going to go pee real quick so that way nobody misses anything. So you guys enjoy the ads. I'm going to stretch and then maybe get some water. So we will be right back, okay, gamers? BRB. Hello, gamers. I have returned. Was your pee break good? Mine was good. There's Pokemon pizza? I mean, anything can be a pizza if you're daring enough. I mean, an octopus could be a pizza if you slice it the right way. Political ads on your silly Focus account, man. Are you kidding? Dude, this is why I hate ads, bro. This is why I do not blame anyone for not wanting to deal with them, because sometimes it is just bullshit. Anyway, yeah, welcome back, gamers. Welcome back. See, for me, I just get like generalized ads because like I always disable like location based stuff. So I get nothing political. I just keep getting the same fucking Pizza Hut ads over and over and over again. Because they're just like, yeah, I know you. Your hungry ass wants a pizza. Ads are the worst. No, for sure. For sure. They also just suck balls. Can I rant a little bit? About the ads that I get on YouTube? Because I am one of those poors that doesn't have YouTube Premium. I just don't pay for it. I can't be arsed to do it. I keep getting AI-based programs and shit. And I'm like, I am the worst person you could market anything AI related to. I hate this shit. Quit giving me these ads. I will never buy these services. Shut the fuck up. Ugh. You got a Boston ad. You live in North America. Sometimes I feel like the ad services get a little bit tripped up by me, or like, I don't know if it's like a VPN thing. I don't know if it's just, if I'm browsing something on like, you know, on mobile and like it that trips it up. But like when I'm on data or whatever, I don't know. But every now and then I'll get like a bunch of ads serviced to me and they're all in Spanish. And I want to make it very clear. I am a singular language white woman. I am the furthest thing from a Latina. Why am I getting these ads? In what world did the ad gods see me and they're like, yeah, she needs an entire ad in Spanish. That's what she needs. I'm like, what? I don't even understand what this is for. You keep getting that too. I keep getting crypto crap, and I'm like, I don't care, bro. I do not give a shit. You got the peanut butter carrot man's drug fight. What the hell? No, not that fucking guy. No. I actually miss older ads with humans in them. No, same. I miss cool ads that made me want to buy stuff, not make me chuck my phone off a balcony. No, for sure. Same. I like Spanish ads because I don't know what they're selling. This is true. Like, it's like, oh, this is something different. So I actually listen to it more, but I'm like, I don't know what this is. Whatever. You get ads for WhatsApp, an app that I already have installed for work purposes in Spanish. Like, why? No, that's so funny, though. I also get, like, Duolingo ads, and I'm like, I am not actively learning another language right now. And it's like, come back. It's like the really aggressive Duolingo ad. I'm like, I've never come to you in the first place. Leave me alone, Duolingo bird. Leave me alone. Car ads. I get those sometimes, and those are whatever. I'm like, I'm not buying a car. Do you realize I drive a beat down a pickup truck? Do you realize I am probably the person that will never buy a brand new Toyota Tacoma ever? Like, I am not buying new. I am going to be buying a used car that's probably like a decade plus old, okay? Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? Spanish ads to Inkly. No, not a thing. I talked about wanting to learn German today on stream. I hope I didn't get Duolingo ads. Oh, don't tell. Now you made me read your message out loud. Now I'm gonna get fucking German Duolingo ads. Thanks, Whiskey. Thanks. You know my phone is listening to me and everything that I say. Oreos, Oreos, Oreos. We all want Oreos. All right, you're welcome for the 30 bajillion Oreo ads that you're gonna get. Either that or it's confirmation bias. One of the two. At least you can drive. Yeah, but I have to drive with all the other idiots that unfortunately can drive. I swear, there are so many people. Oh my God. That just reminds me the other day. I forget the type of intersection that it was. It was like one of those double laners on all sides, right? I had to go to the doctor's office. And it was like double lane stop, always stops, or well, three-way stop sign. And it was like the main road intersection that's like this busy thoroughway. They had right of way. And the people that are stopped that are going towards the main road, they have like a stop, like a light over there. And they have to wait a long time in order to go onto the main road. But everybody's got to yield to the people that are coming from the main road. And meanwhile, I'm just going from side to side. I'm not going onto the main road. So I just kind of have to cut across to the other side to go to the doctor's office. Tell me why when the other people that are trying to go towards the light, they have a stop sign. Tell me why they proceed to all go. They don't stop. They just go. And I'm like, it's me and this other guy's turn. Okay. Oh, great. Anyway, it was like a whole, like, it's herd mentality. And I'm just like, I swear, some drivers, they literally make the stupidest, the most life-risking decisions based out of selfishness that a human could possibly fathom. And I'm just like, I mean, I gotta go to the doctor's office. I don't need to go to the hospital, you know. I guess I'll wait, but I'm just like, what the fuck are we doing right now? Did no one learn how stop signs work? I know the light's green, but you're supposed to wait like everybody else. Hello! Hi, Raiders. Hi, Nova and friends. Hello, Cephalos. Hello, Midnight. Hello, Koro. Hello, Nova. Hello, KB. Hello, Phantom of Skies. How are you doing, goobers? Good to see y'all.
User Koro Gomont says, Navaza 1 wiggle Nova raid Navaza 1 breakdance. The Cephalos are crash landing.
Oh, they
Navaza
crash
1
landed.
wiggle.
Did it hurt when y'all fell from heaven? I'm sorry. Hi. I'm sorry the spaceship crashed. I can't fix it. I'm not a mechanic. Sorgi. No. Not the fucking ad services. Not the fucking German. No. Shush. This is Dutch. No. Shush. Big Brother's always watching. Well, I'm watching Big Brother right back. But hello, everybody. We're just yapping. I'm doing a little short stream, a little bit of yapping before I go touch grass and go pick up a pre-order, because I'm actually going out to a midnight release. They're rare. They're far and few in between, but like, hey, you know, when in Rome. So hello, Raiders. I was halfway through typing. Oh, we're so hurt. I'm sorry. Somebody call the ambulance. Somebody call a doctor, but not for me. What? You do not want to learn the German? No, I do not. Not today. Hunkley knows German, though. Not me. He's like, he was like, yeah, when I was in school, like, you know, I got the option to either learn Spanish or German. And he's like, at the time, I wanted to learn German because, like, I was really into learning, like, you know, World War history and stuff. And I was, like, really into, like, tanks. And I was really into that. And he's like, and now, in hindsight, I really wish that I learned Spanish because that is a very, very practical language for me to learn in my day-to-day job. Oh, well. Oops. We live some and we learn some. I learned a little bit of Spanish, but not a lot. Nothing that I have retained. Oh well. Oh yeah. No, the life-threatening one, I did something like that. To what? You did what now? The Panzer. Hello. Oh no. No, not the jump scare. Ah! You learn to get food. Thank you. Go get food. Go get yourself some chicken. Or be like me and get an entire plate of barbecue. I had barbecue today. I treated myself. I went to a barbecue place, and instead of being a little wuss and like going through the drive-thru because I'm scared of like having a little bit of barbecue sauce on my chin in a public setting, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna have me a pulled pork sandwich with some barbecue sauce on it and some mac and cheese. And I sat there, and then I had my fucking iPad kid moment where I'm eating my dinner, watching YouTube shorts. Oops. My attention span is cooked. Oh no. Hope you're doing well, gamer. I'm having a good time. I'm having a fun time hanging out with everybody. It's nice to be back, at least, to yap for a little bit. Hope everyone's been doing good. Oh yeah, the plate moment that you came back to earlier. Yes, now you understand the context. Your girl was eating barbecue, okay? Got lost in the sauce, okay? God. Can't a girl just stuff her face full of barbecue without being judged? I mean, really. What's crazy, though, is while I was at this barbecue place, have you ever, sat down in a public place and, you can kind of, hear other people talking and you kind of, eavesdrop on their conversations? I was tuning in to this conversation of a family that had just walked in. And then I hear, my ear picks up water type. And I'm like, are they talking about Pokemon? Are they talking about Pokemon? And then bro proceeded to talk about which Pokemon game was it? I think they were talking about Scarlet and Violet. And they were talking about how hard the water gym was. And I'm just sitting here like, the water gym was hard? You had difficulty with that? Huh? Excuse me? I'm just sitting here question marks as I'm eating my mac and cheese these guys suck at Pokemon. I'm just fucking losers. Imagine struggling in a water type gym, just bring an electric type. God. So there I was, barbecue sauce on my titties. I love that vine, bro. Lost in the sauce. That's where I be at every day. I'm in the sauce vat. Where do you think it gets its distinct flavor from? It's gamer sauce. Ugh. Never mind. Cancel the whole batch. We're scrapping this idea. Never mind. Some ideas are not meant to see fruition. Oh, you met the voice of Yu-Gi-Oh, Kaiba, and the Dark Magician girl from Yu-Gi-Oh. Yugi and not Yu-Gi-Oh, the fucking dollar store version of Yu-Gi-Oh. But I'm glad that you got to see some VAs. I hope you had fun, Ryan. I assume you went to a convention. Also, speaking of conventions, to those who are going to TwitchCon, have fun, but please be safe, by the way. Just remember to keep your street smarts about you. Be street smart. Inkly, not every child is as skilled as a trainer as you, a grown woman. Did I fail to mention that in this family of people talking about Pokemon, the person that was talking about struggling with the water gym looked to be a 20, probably late 20s man. Just saying. I'm just saying, bro. Just pointing that out. Go touch some grass, Inkly. I will, eventually. I'll touch grass on my way out the door. Thank you very much. See you later, Dono Thing. Be careful. You met him at a con in Zach Aguilar, the one and only Master Chief's VA. Ooh, the Master Chief VA. Who is he? Who is that guy, by the way? Who voices John Master Chief? Who is the voice behind John Master? I can't believe I'm searching this. John Master Chief. Steve Downs? Steve Downies? Is that who he is? John Master Chief. Okay, thank you. Aether VA mentioned. Oh my god. It's the guy that plays that one character in what is it? Not Final Fantasy. It's the other one, Fire Emblem. I was thinking of JRPGs, and I'm like, wait, no, not critically acclaimed MMORPG. No, turn-based tactical RPG, Fire Emblem. The Fire Emblem. I think Master Chief's name is canonically, yes, it is. Master Chief's name is John. But I love calling character John insert video game name here. It's the funniest thing. John Undertale. Fire embolism. No. Not that one. Not fire pulmonary embolism. Not that one. That's a different game. Can't believe they came out with that version. That's a very interesting strategy game. Also, Zach was the voice of Rumble in the collab of the World of Warships and Transformers. Zach Aguilar has been in a lot of things. Actually, I'm curious now. What are his roles? IMDb. Zach Aguilar. He's been in a lot of stuff. Aguilar. There we go. Because he's also the voice English VA for Tanjiro. I remember that. Let's see. He's been in a lot of anime. Blue Box. He's in Amata. Oh, I didn't realize he's the English VA for Taiki from Blue Box. Okay, interesting. ReZero voicing Otto. Let's see. Persona 3. Oh yeah, he took over the voice role for someone else too. Let's see. He's in Like a Dragon. Street Fighter 6. God, he's everywhere. Fire Emblem Engage, of course, the English VA for male Byleth. Let's see. Cyberpunk Edge Runners, David Martinez. You know, he's got a lot of credits under his belt. Like, if you need a lead guy, I mean, honestly, as far as VAs go, it's either going to Zach Aguilar, Zeno Robinson, Bryce Papenbrook, or Alejandro Saab. Those are like the 4 guys that like lead male roles go to now. Am I wrong? Does it count if Zach is Nier Replicant and a shop owner in not Fire Emblem? Wow, I'm getting them all messed up.
470 says, Also, Inkly, I may have gotten you an autograph of Erica Schroeder, who has a print of her with the voice of Pokemon she voiced, including Furret.
Oh, that's so cool! That's awesome! Hell yeah! Furret autograph real? Oh yeah, Alex Lee. You can't forget about it. His voice is so good. But yeah, does it count if Zach is young Nier Replicant and a shop owner in the FF7 remake? It counts. He's in Fire Emblem Fantasy 7. That's totally a real game. Wait. What if they were nuzlocking though? Are you talking about something? Ooh. Although I wonder, do we think that Pokemon Legends ZA is nuzlockable? Asking for a friend, really. You told Zach about the clip of Traveler walking away while Green Day is playing. Oh, that's fun. Let's see. Let me catch up. I like to think the CEO of anything John YouTube really messed up recently. Yeah, see, you get it. You get me, Koro. Okay? John Twitch has been fucking things up, by the way. John Twitch, I got a bone to pick with you. Why are you messing up view counts over here? I swear it's all for ads. It's all for ads, bro. I'm sure some of you have been like hearing like some of your streamers or at least some passing mentions about how like Twitch isn't like counting lurkers, which is some shit. Twitch is always on some shit, I'll be honest. But my theory is they're making changes because advertisers aren't very happy that people aren't actively engaging and watching their ads, because like for Twitch it's very, very often, for at least for me and many other people, it's something that you have on the side that you're like listening to while you're doing something else. And I guess apparently advertisers don't like that they're not, their ads aren't being actively listened to, so they started pressuring Twitch, and that's why they made the changes they did. So all like viewership is now all engagement based, like how active a person is in chat is whether or not they count as a viewer, even though they have a verified fucking account. I digress. I'm just like, since when did advertisers just get the gall to be like, people and assume that people cared about their ads in the first place? Like, my brother in Christ, back in the day, remember cable TV? Remember when there was these things known as commercial breaks? They were this magical time when you were watching a television show where they would take a break from the show and they would show like maybe 3 to like 5 minutes worth of ads. And during this ad break, people would get up from the couch and go do something else. They would go to the bathroom. They would get something from the fridge. Maybe they'd go get their blanket or something. They weren't actively listening to the ads back then. And even with like the radio that people listen to on car rides going to and from their commute to work, we all like to throw on a little bit of music while we're driving. How many people stick and listen to a radio station during the ad break? Whenever there's not the jams going on, what are you going to do? You're going to flip to another station that doesn't have ads playing.
That's bad. I used to go by Jello.
What a wild concept, you know? So I just think it's funny that advertisers on Twitch are up in arms about people not actively watching their ads, as if people historically have ever given a shit about advertisements to begin with. Anyway, that's my long-winded rant. I think it's really dumb what Twitch is doing, pandering to the advertisers in this way. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. That's what I gotta say on the matter. I just think it's funny as someone who has been around on the planet long enough. But yes, Koru, thank you for the prime. Ads are indeed bad. You used to go by Jello. Oh, that makes way more sense. It's crazy how much control they get. Ads bad. No, for sure. Like, I'm just like, why do we care, bro? And like, for me, what kills me is like, it shouldn't matter if whether or not someone is actively at their computer when the ad is being served. Like, it's showing on someone's screen. They may not be actively chatting, but like, they're probably listening. If they hear the ad, you know, you should pay the content creator for that ad being served to that person that is watching that ad. You know, does that make sense? Like, the way that they're doing things now, like, they're still showing you the ad, but now the creators aren't getting paid for it. I feel like that's just fraud, but like, that's just my opinion. I can't really prove that. Capitalism at its finest, so true. Also, you have yourself a good night, Whiskey. See you later, gamer. I still have cable. You're one of the few people that still have cable? That's crazy. I love cable because I like watching old shows. Remember Boomerang? Remember when that used to be a thing? Holy cow. Back in my day, we used to have cartoon Saturdays, and we throw on the PBS channel, and then we go watch things at 7 in the morning. Going to go watch the newest episode of Pokemon, and then right after that, Yu-Gi-Oh! Would play. Cartoon Network and Boomerang gone too soon. Cartoon Network is still around to my knowledge, right? Unless they got acquired by something else. Oh well. Oh well. It's crazy that like streaming services became popular because cable got too expensive with all the fucking packages that they were doing. And now the reverse is happening. Now there's just a bunch of streaming services that are charging you an arm and a leg, trying to nickel and dime you for every penny that they can squeeze out of you. For a handful of shows that maybe you will watch, but most of them you won't, on demand. And I'm just like, At what point does it become more cost effective to go back to cable? Because, like, you know, you got your subscription to Disney Plus, you got your subscription to Netflix, you got a subscription to Hulu and Crunchyroll, and then maybe you got a sports package to watch ESPN. At that point, you're probably already spending well upwards of like $100 on just like these 5 things. Like, at that point, you could just get a cable package for like $60-something and then call it a day, you know? Well, I like watching old shows because I have an old soul. I love Perry Mason, Matlock, and MASH. Oh my god, MASH? That's a show that I've never watched, but I always would see it when I'm flipping through, like, the what section, like, right by Nickelodeon. Yeah, I'm back. But yeah, streaming services are ass now. No, I do not blame anyone that yo-ho-hos anything these days because, like, who has money for all these subscriptions? Like, and the audacity of these subscription services, they want to be like, no password sharing. You're stealing money from us. Oh, this was like the culture like a decade ago. Oh, you prided yourself on making sure that we could share passwords. Like Netflix had a fucking tweet that love is sharing a password. They endorsed that shit once upon a time, and now they're like, you're trying to log in from your hotel. This isn't your primary place of residence. I'm gonna need you to cancel your vacation. Go back to your house, log in on your Wi-Fi to prove you're really you. Brother, get the fuck out of here. Also, password sharing when you're at a university with your parents. Right? Yeah. Like, dude, it's so stupid. Like, what's the difference between me being on the family account watching the new, like an episode of Grey's Anatomy versus me driving to my mom's house on the same account and watching Grey's Anatomy for free $99 at her house? Like, we're really just seriously gonna nickel and dime based off, like, what next? You go to your house and, like, you're trying to watch a movie with your family and then Netflix asks you, how many people is in the room watching this movie right now? Like, you can only have, like, 3 people in the room before they're like, nope, no movie for you. You gotta pay for the super premium plan to have more than 3 people watch this movie at a time. Bruh. Yeah, if they could do that, they would. No, they absolutely would. You know, here's a scary fun fact about the technologies that exist. Technically they can do that. Did you know that based like with Wi-Fi signals, they can actually figure out the exact layout of your house, like all the devices that are in the room and like your generalized position because of signals? Did you know that? That's actually a thing. I forget what it's actually called, but it is a very real thing. People can actually figure out your position based off of that stuff. Now, it requires a lot of technical wizardry, but like it's possible. It is absolutely possible. So who's to say they can't do something like that in the distant dystopian future where all the business conglomerates rule our lives? Inkly, did you ever watch Clannad or Full Metal Panic? No, I have not watched either of those. Oh no, the board of directors can't have 6 mega yachts because I share my password with my parents. No, right? I got a buddy who's slowly collecting DVDs. He got all of Columbo recently. Here's an interesting fun fact for you. Because since we're going to be doing like, you know, Pokemon Legends ZA, I'm going to be picking that up in a little bit. I'm going to talk about Pokemon for a moment. I watched a really interesting video about how expensive is it to actually be able to watch all of Pokemon, like the anime, movies, and all that stuff, and like the shorts. How expensive would that be to watch it all legally? The answer may surprise you. Yeah, it's crazy expensive. If you are John America, you want to do everything legal. You don't know a damn thing about importing. You don't want to watch Pokemons in no foreign language. And, you have no idea how the secondhand market works on eBay. You want everything brand new. That total is going to cost you well over $1,000. to watch all of the Pokemon anime franchise. Absolutely wild. And that's just one series. Yeah. Also, did you know how convoluted it is to watch the Pokemon anime? Because it is on a bajillion different streaming services and they're not all in one place. And if you want to watch the fucking movies, the only way you could really consume them is by like renting them or purchasing them on like Amazon Prime or paying a hefty premium on the secondhand market. I'm like, I know this because like I very curiously, because people were like talking about like the Rayquaza pronunciation or Rayquaza versus Rayquaza. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's actually always been Rayquaza. So I went to go watch Pokemon Destiny Deoxys, and I'm like, what do you mean I gotta pay this amount of money to watch Destiny Deoxys? No, I'm gonna yo-ho-ho this one because I already have the DVD. It's just at my mom's place, so whatever. Yup. The great age of piracy. We're all going to the Grand Line, guys. Come along and jump aboard while we watching things. Can I just pay my internet bill and yo-ho-ho it honestly? And it's kind of crazy, like the rise of piracy. Not that I'm condoning it or anything, but like the rise of piracy in this day and age compared to how greedy corporations have gotten is an interesting like graph. They seem to be following the same trends and the same lines if you really start paying attention. You're like, that's interesting. That's very, very interesting. For me, I simply want to watch the Diamond and Pearl series. Unfortunately, it's one of the longest series because of all the fuck-ass fillers that do in fact fill me with joy, though. You're one of the rare people that actually like the Diamond and Pearl iteration of the anime. I just remember getting so pissed at Paul, bro. I hated Paul, man. Oh my god. Although we do love ourselves an asshole rival that is unlikable. We do love that. It is a rare treat every once in a while. Also, can I just say, during the X and Y anime, not X and Y, the black and white anime, I got so fucking pissed when Pikachu lost against that fucking level 5 Snivy. That was some bullshit. Anyway, I don't care if Zekrom was causing Pikachu's electricity to go on the fritz. That was bullshit. Pikachu could have iron-tailed the shit out of that stupid grass snake and killed it. Anyway. That shit pissed me off. Anyway, I got beef with that episode. I love Diamond and Pearl, Cynthia, my queen. Good times, good times. Oh, yo, Yago, dream it. Oh, no! Don't give it up, Luffy! Dreaming! Oh, man, yes, the One Piece rap, the coveted One Piece rap. We will never forget it. Piracy isn't stealing if corporations keep charging exuberant prices. Remember, if buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing. So the legend says, at least. So the internet says. You could come to your own conclusions. I would never endorse something so blatantly and obviously. No, actually false, because why is Irontail like a 2% accuracy rate and 5 PP? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's just 2 accuracy for you when you play the games. I'm sorry. That's just how it works, right? You're like, yes, this has 75% accuracy, which means it will hit most of the time, except for me. It'll never hit. Hear me out. Growing up, I kind of shipped Dawn with Ash. Okay, hear me out. As a dumb kid and being very impressionable based off of who was the female lead at the time, I always shipped Ash with whoever was the female companion at the time. Yes, I'm weak-willed. No, I will not change my ways. Being a multi-shipper is based when you have whimsy and joy in your heart. But looking back in retrospect, I feel like the best ships with Ash were Ash and May. I feel like Ash and Dawn just had more of like a sibling relationship than anything else. But Ash and May, peak. Ash and Misty, peak. Ash and Serena, peak. Anyway, I rest my peace. Good day. Even Iris was the exception, but that's because I hated Iris. I thought she was annoying. Ash and May, listen. You don't understand. If you saw the scene that I saw as a young, impressionable, romance-obsessed little girl in the scene with the Manaphy and the Ranger, and they were under the water, and there's all these love discs, it was implied. I personally did not ship Ash and May. I don't know. It's either that or like, if I were for me as an adult, I kind of ship May and Zoe now, but like, listen. But Ash and May is absolutely a ship. I feel like the better version of protagonist shipping would, at least as far as like May or Ruby and Sapphire is concerned, would be in Pokemon Special. That shipping was so good. That was a good ship right there. By the way, I'm a Pokemon Special nerd. I love Pokespeed so much. That was my shit growing up. I love that shit. Oh god, not Manaphy. I'm getting flashbacks to the cries of that Pokemon in the movie. Don't get me wrong. People do ship them, but like, as a child, it was May and Drew for me. You know, that too. Listen, May and Drew is also really cute. May and Drew is really, really cute. Oh, not May and Zoe. I'm thinking Dawn and Zoe, my fucking dumbass brain. Sorry. Is this a hot take? A lot of the female companions in the Pokemon anime are kind of the same character archetype. After a while, they all kind of blend together, especially the ones that do contests, but shh. I can't say that too loudly. I love the manga collected all the way up to Black and White. Hell yeah! Yes, those names. I know these names. Are you one of those that only watches Pokemon in the Japanese dub? I'm sorry. Whatever the Japanese name was for May and Satoshi. God. Shh. You're saying May equals Dawn? I beg to differ. I'm just being hyperbolic. I would never deign to say that. But sometimes I kind of confuse them because I'm like, wait, no, this one did these contests and that happened in this one. I'm just old, okay? And it's been a long time since I've actually watched the anime. You have strong opinions on the anime? Okay, what's your hottest take? Go. Nah, I'm old. What's your hottest take? But honestly, I feel like shipping-wise, not that you should give a shit about Pokemon for the shipping anyway, but like, Ash and Serena's really cute. They were really, really, really cute, and honestly, they're probably the closest thing to canon at the end of the day. Ash should have aged up. No, hard agree. I want to hold out hope that in the latest anime iteration that we'll see them aged up, but I doubt it. I fucking doubt it, bro. Yeah, no, agreed. Ash and Serena were cute. They were such cutie pies. And also her haircut was so adorable. Ugh. By Inkly, your big sleepy and your partner wants you to go to sleep because you've had a long day. Well, go get some sleep, get some rest, and tell your partner I said hi, Vendetta. Have a good night. I still think that the new Pokemon main character is the daughter of Ash. No. What if she's his cousin, though? Or concept, what if she is Ash's half-sibling and she is the daughter of Ash's dad that we never see? Imagine, now that's a crack pipe theory I could get behind. No. Have you seen the theory that the new narrator is Ash somehow? Really? I have not seen that theory. I haven't watched the new series, to be fair. No, that would be evil, but it would be funny. If I were at the helm at the writer's desk of the Pokemon franchise, the things I would do, I would be diabolical. I think that the new Pokemon main character, oh wait, even if he's 11, I'll be so happy. Ash's age frequently pisses me off, by the way. Whenever they like passively reset him in the main series, like Ash is a 10-year-old boy, I was like throwing things at the TV because little me at the time distinctly remembers the Pikachu and Pichu short where they celebrate Ash's 1-year anniversary with being Pikachu, which if we remember, Ash got Pikachu shortly after his 10th birthday. So if it's the anniversary of when he and Pikachu met, then he is not, in fact, 10 years old. Anyway, also the math with how they travel around, because we can use Kanto as a scale because it's based on real Japan Kanto. We can actually use it as a scale for how long they travel around based off of the other regions too. Bro was not fucking forever 10 years old, and I hold true to that. He was at the very least 15 years old. At the very least. OVAs are not canon. Well, hey, guess what? The Pikachu and Pichu shorts are in fact canon because they were in Pokemon Chronicles, and that is also canon, just so you know. Just putting that out there. It's like, I know sometimes shorts don't become canon because they're attached to movies, but that one is canon. I was literally just typing that. Dude, I remember that one game theory about Matt Pat trying to take on the age-old question of how old Ash actually is. And he never actually brought that point up. I'm like, A year passed, but he did not age. It's like a fucking riddle. Dog, if it turns out that Ash had a long-lost sister, that would be wild. Miss Ketchum and Professor Oak on Jerry Springer. Bro, nah. Mr. Ketchum going on catching some other hoes, if you know what I'm saying. Would be funny though. It would be funny. What? You saying that Mr. Ketchum doesn't have game? That he doesn't have mega Pokeballs? Bro said gotta catch him all. This is like starting to sound like a really bad fanfic. Miss Ketchup, you are not the mother. She's like, what? Huh? Mr. Mime is the father. Surprise. Hey, listen, crack ship theory time. Dahlia and Mr. Mime. No, never mind. I always love stupid fuck-ass fan art that likes to imply that Mr. Mime is Ash's dad. It's just so out of fucking pocket. It's so funny. Like, the community kind of collectively agrees on this dumb joke. You legit thought Mr. Mime was Ash's dad? Mr. Mime, aka Mr. Studio Girl. I had canon that Professor Oak actively has beef with Mr. Mime because he tries to cockblock him, Ash's mom. Like, he actually like puts up fucking barriers so he can't put the moves on Ash's mom. Oh no, Mr. Mime, aka Mr. Worldwide. Mr. Mime is such a gross looking Pokemon. I know that the little blue things are supposed to technically like be horns of sorts, but like, I don't like it. Like, it's supposed to resemble hair, but they're horns, and I'm like, I just know they're solid, and I don't like that. That's the most fuck-ass Mr. Mime theory I've ever heard. Trust me, they get worse. My theory is that Rico's hairpiece is just some merch that corporations made after Ash became world champion, and that specific green tick stayed as like a cultural heritage. I'm pretty sure that the Ash's like hat tick is literally just the Pokemon League symbol. I'm like 99.99% sure. I can't remember where it's mentioned, but it's literally the symbol for the Pokemon League. Like, it's nothing more, nothing less. Like, it's not Ash's emblem, it's just the league. So it being like, you know, what is it? Like a major sports league, yeah. Like it being like the NFL or fucking like the NBA logo. It's like that, you know? Like, it's just a league logo. I feel like, especially with Pokemon being like a sport, you know, type ordeal, that's not outside of the realm of possibilities. Makes the most sense. Especially considering Ash at the very beginning was like watching league matches. Like, that was like the intro to the series. Like, when they're doing like the TV sequence where it's like the Nidoran versus or the Nidorino, versus Gengar. That's literally a Pokemon League match that Ash was watching. So if Ash, a young impressionable teenage, 10-year-old kid who really, really loves watching the Battle League on TV, it wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility a kid would have, like, you know, some merch of something that he's really interested in.
Not outside. Hi, Tonka. Hey, buddy.
Cat time! Hello. I have Fluffy over here. Hello, big guy. You're very fat, you know. He knows that too, but he's so soft. Cat! I don't have a cat cam, sorry. No cat cam today. How do you already have a mat under your fucking armpit, bro? I just brushed you. Bro's been napping too hard, I guess. We need more cat photos. I know. Bro, you need to get better about cleaning yourself, because I can't keep cleaning you for you. I swear, this bro winds up with so many wads of clumped up fur, and I'm just like, brother, what is your problem, man? Are you just hoping I do it for you, you lazy piece of shit? Our dog always somehow has matted hair. He's too fat to clean himself. I mean, he's a big boy, but like, bro. And I hate it when he gets like the mats on his butt. Because, like, I'm just like, I know, I just know that this is gonna be the nasty mat. And I'm like, and he doesn't want to sit still, and I'm scared of stabbing him in places, and I'm like, just hold still! And so sometimes I have to wait until Hunkley's home so he can hold him still, so that way I can get the scissors and just, like, cut it off, because, like, at that point, it's just too much to brush out. Yeah, butt mats are the worst, especially when this bitch he always be sitting on his butt, bro. Mother, why? Because you don't know how to lick your booty. Tonight on Pokemon Gear, Jeremy joins Team Rocket, Meg gets burned by a Charizard, and the Stig challenges the fastest Pokemon. Here's my hottest take. I wish that we had more moments like in Heart Gold Soul Silver where we get to dress up as Team Rocket and like infiltrate their base. I love that sequence in Heart Gold Soul Silver. And the fact that you could kind of just leave wearing the outfit and kind of adventure around the world in the Team Rocket outfit is really funny, especially when you start getting interactions by some of the NPCs in the game. It's really fun. But we need more of that, and I wish we had more costumes. Like, I want to dress up as the bad guy teams more often. Thank you very much, Nintendo. Please give me Team Rocket outfit to wear in normal gameplay. Thank you. Also, can we go back to, like, video game villains? Just to Pokemon in general. Can we go back to them just being gangs again? Instead of, like, these cartoonishly weird guys who, like, have, like, these different ideologies. Can we just go back to them being evil and stealing Pokemon and wanting to use them for profit? Can we just go back to that, please? Speaking of which, how has Pokemon been hacked again? I swear their security and IT, like, they really need to have another seminar about not to click suspicious links by random senders, because someone is not practicing basic email literacy. However, their security and their IT is, like, held together by, like, staples and a dream. No, high school kids gang up once again. Bro, someone is falling victim to social engineering repeatedly. It's probably the same guy. They probably never fired him the first time, and then he got another suspicious link from another very dubious site, and he's like, oh no! Apparently the hack includes the second half of the tier leak. That's crazy. I know that they were holding on to some other stuff, like they were waiting for certain games to release before releasing some of the information, but I thought that was mainly in reference to like Gen 10. You're telling me that the employee didn't get fired the first time? Imagine they didn't. It's like, I remember how Centauro's leaker refused to... Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that. Yep, they refused to do it because they didn't want to spoil things, so they were waiting until, the next game came out before they dropped more information. Which makes more sense if they're just holding on to information. So this is stuff that was already available, but they held out of respect. And also probably getting sued. Wait, weren't they suing Palworld? I mean, yeah, they're still suing Palworld. That's still actively happening. Did they drop the lawsuit? I don't think they did. They're just tacking more bullshit on more bullshit. I have not been keeping up with it. I don't have the brain cells to keep up with it anymore. Listen, it's been a very big month for things in the past coming back somehow to be relevant today. No, honestly. Honestly. Ah! Ew! Bro, did you just shed your fur straight into my mouth? Disgusting! You taste bitter! Cat fur! A wad of cat fur floated into my mouth. Straight from his tuft right into my tongue.
What's that? What's that, brother?
Is this what it's like to groom yourself and lick yourself? Now I understand why he doesn't lick himself anymore. You nasty, bro. You nasty. Nintendo made more retroactive plans in relation to the lawsuit last I heard. So great stuff, really. Great. Wonderful. This is totally going to be great for the gaming industry as a whole. There's not going to be any problems. They're going to be like, yo, we own the monster catching genre. No one else can catch monsters. When we're conveniently ignoring the fact that Dragon Quest technically had it before Game Freak did. Anyway, can I just say, can I go? Speak your piece. Speak your piece, DX. Speak now or forever hold your peas in the freezer.
Hello, Tonky. You're very fluffy, you know. Very cute.
Don't look at me like you're chopped liver, Venti. Don't look at me like that. I mean, you are chopped liver, because you're not on the lap. But, like, you should have jumped here first if you wanted love. If ZA has the same fuck-ass menuing as Arceus, I'm gonna lose it. I will cry. I'll do it. Uh-oh. Do you not like the menu? And ZATX? Do you not love it? Uh-oh. I know it's got the same evolve mechanic where you just, like, hit one button and evolve, but, like, that's all I know. That's literally all I've seen from, like, any sort of, like, gameplay that, like, demo. Just press buttons and hope you get to the right place. Oh, no. Also, Shinigami Sensei, aka the main series of Persona, has had it years before. No, Pokemon totally owns catching monsters. Totally. In terms of rotating items in Pokemon. Bro, Pokemon tries to sue every monster tamer out there, and then the rise of Robopon happens because technically it's not a monster catcher as much as it is a robot builder game. We just have to have convoluted ways to have monster tamers without it being a monster tamer. Oh my god. Could you imagine? Could you imagine Pokemon trying to, like, sue, like, Monster Hunter? Because, like, they have a mechanic where you can, like, tame and befriend a monster. Could you imagine? Like, these are vastly different games with very different gameplay loops and audiences. What the fuck are we doing right now? Like, I'm sorry, you can't ride a mount, and you're just like, the fuck I can't? They're like, I'm sorry, you can't ride on a horse-like creature, and then everyone who's played Skyrim ever is just like, the fuck? They're like, you don't own horses. Good luck suing them in JP court, because the patent only works in US courts. No, right? Patent law in Japan is always a fun thing to always look up. You're like, how the hell does it work there? I honestly don't know how it works. Like, I swear copyright law is just there also being held together by duct tape and staples. Because, like, tell me how, like, they can be, like, super rigorous with, like, copyright protection, but then, like, the concept of doujinshi still exists. Like, huh. Anyway... Like, I can legitimately create a fanfic for a thing and then sell it on the market and then not get sued. They just kind of, like, turned the other way, you know? Weird shit. Inkly, I do fear that we are barreling towards that reality. It's a great time to be alive and conscious. Anyway, I'm gonna be holed up in my room. Goodbye. Goodbye. I wish that newer Pokemon games went to the old school way of gameplay when battling instead of having different angles like in newer Pokemon games. The newer games feel more like Pokemon Go. I mean, I'm so sorry I'm having reflux. I can see that. I just wish that, like, especially after having played some of the classic games pretty recently, I wish that we would go back to the sprite style. There's just something about the just the little chibi sprites. It screams Pokemon, and I'm just not crazy about the 3D direction, you know? Like, don't get me wrong, Legends Arceus is amazing. I'm sure Legends EA is gonna be a lot of fun. And, like, there is fun to be had in the 3 dimensions of Pokemon, but I don't know. There's just something about the classic Pokemon formula with it being, like, in 2D. It just works. That's a problem for the next generation. Whoa! We're starting to sound like boomers! Uh-oh. I miss the Spirit gameplay. Yeah. All I know is that copyright law in Japan is more hard to find, which allows for more fan-made creations because it's understood that it's fan material versus in America, where copyright law is more loosey-goosey, which as a result does not allow for fan-made creations unless you're wicked, apparently. Yeah, it's just, oh my god. When it comes to, like, copyright here in America, we have cracked it in a bunch of different ways. There's, like, there's patents, there's trademarks, there's copyright, and then there's, what is it? There's one other thing, and it's, like, slipping from my mind. But, like, we've cracked it in a bunch of different ways with all these, like, technical terminology, but it's all encompassed under the same, like, arbitrary bullshit. So, like, for example, I have the character Inklypuff, right? So I, being the creator of this, I have the copyright ownership of this character, right? And I am also tacitly understood to be the owner of the trademark, though you have to file and register for a trademark in order to be acknowledged as your own, but that's like a whole other ordeal. But, like, if I have the trademark to this character and say someone makes a fan art of my trademarked character and I have been made aware of it, I am either left with the option to let them use it and then basically weaken my hold on my trademark and be like, you can't do that, and then send them a fucking DMCA. Which is so stupid. And that's kind of what happens with Disney and Mickey Mouse, right? Like, the only reason why they go after independent creators and just, like, people who are, like, selling fan merch of Mickey Mouse is so they don't lose their trademark power of owning Mickey Mouse. Because they can have the copyright to Mickey Mouse all day long, but if they don't enforce their trademark, then they fucking lose it, and then anybody can make fan art and sell things of Mickey Mouse's design. And it's just so stupid and arbitrary. But that's... Anyway... copyright law is really fucking stupid, and it's so many hoops you have to jump through. And it also varies region by region, funny enough, so yay! It's an OG Mickey Mouse, which is now public domain. Yes, precisely. Also, Disney as just an existing company does not help in terms of fan-made creations are understood as being for the fans. Right. Although you can also, as the copyright/trademark holder, create stipulations and guidelines for people, like, for fan works. I feel like it's better just to be like a Sega and be like, hey, like, you can make things with our characters, just don't sell them because otherwise we have to enforce our trademark and blah, 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 right? So, like, for example, you can create a Sonic the Hedgehog VTuber model and give that out for the public for free $99. That is okay. But you can't sell it for $1 because otherwise, yeah, that's bad news bears, you know? Yeah, Steamship Willie. That version of Mickey Mouse is in the public domain. But, like, let's not ignore the fact that Disney is the sole reason why trademark and copyright law kept getting pushed back. They're like, no, 50 years, no, 70 years, 75 years, blah, 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 after creation. Blah, 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 blah. It's so dumb. If they could have gotten away with it, they would have pushed for 100+ years. I swear. I swear. Like, no, it has to be 100 years after it's been created for it to enter the public domain. Me like that meme of Grandpa with the Simpsons, old man yelling at clouds. Welcome to the world, I guess. Hydrate and stretchy poo. Okay. Ow. I thought I'd try that and got 50 years instead. That is a good question. Hang on. How long until character CHARA enter public domain? So that was like 70 years. A character enters public domain after 70 years after its creator's death, or 95 years from the date of publication in most of the world. Interesting. So it's either based on the lifespan of the creator in the United States or basically 100 years from publication. So that's fun. And that's all Disney's doing, baby. Which I think is so funny. Because Disney, the company that makes and prided itself and got its claim to fame making animated adaptions of fairy tales and stories that they did not create, are such hardballs for being like, no, we own this. Like, you technically didn't make that. That was a story before you had it. Okay. Funny shit, bro. Funny shit. But it's kind of sad, but it's funny. Favorite Disney movie was Tarzan. Ooh. Had a huge crush on Jane. See, I was reverse. I liked Tarzan because I thought Tarzan was so cute. Now I'm just like, Tarzan hot, but like I didn't understand that at the time. I was just like, man, why do I like shirtless monkey man? It's a mystery. But then you rewatch it like, damn, Tarzan kind of built though. Why is he built like that? Oh, man. Although I think my favorite Disney movies probably gotta go to the Tangled movie. And also, tangentially related, if you haven't seen it, the Tangled animated series is actually really fucking good and also has banger music in case nobody knew. So just putting that out there, if you haven't seen it, do yourself a little treat because like it's got like 3 seasons and it's really good. It's really fucking good. And don't snooze on it just because it's fucking Tangled, okay? It's good. Tarzan was like Bill the Spartan from Halo before the Covenant showed up. Can we talk about how underrated The Princess and the Frog is? The music is so underrated. Yes. Also just the animation, the environment. I might be biased just because like the environment's based on like Louisiana, but I'm just like, man, this movie was such a banger. It's such a banger, dude. The music's so good. I love the music in that one. Also, any scene with the doctor in it, Dr. Callistifer, or whatever his name was, dude, so good. That VA, his VA is so fucking good, dude. And he wasn't, to my knowledge, he wasn't a VA before that movie. Like, I think he was like a singer or something like that, but like he wasn't the voice actor, which is really, really cool. Also, screw the Tangled follow-up shorts that tried to squeeze money out of it. No, screw that shit. But the actual like Tangled animated series was good. I remember hearing one song from the Tangled show, Ready as I'll Ever Be. That's how I wound up discovering the show. It was from Animatics. Weirdly enough, and this is kind of like I'm opening myself to being attacked because of this one particular interest of mine. But I discovered the Tangled series because of a Ready as I'll Ever Be animatic that was based on Miraculous Ladybug. I'm sorry, I can't deny it. I like Miraculous Ladybug. Shut up, don't bully me. Don't fucking bully me. You're not alone. Dude, while I went on my the ad break earlier, I opened up Twitter. Tell me why one of the tweets I get on my fucking timeline is a fucking Miraculous Ladybug trailer, and the quote is like they're showing off the new Miraculous World Tokyo Stellar Force like movie or whatever, and the quote tweet is like, wait, so it's a mix of 2D and 3D? Do they just turn 2D when they step foot in Japan? What the fuck? And I'm just like, oh no. So they're doing like a hybrid animation, which is cool and all, but I'm just like, damn, they turn 2D when they go to Japan? That's crazy. Bruh. Have you seen that YouTuber who's been making Miraculous? Yes! The Office AU! Yes! Oh my god. If it's the artist I'm thinking of, I've been following that artist for fucking years. Years on Instagram. I knew they were goated before that AU, and they were goated afterwards. That's how I got into Miraculous. Oh my god, dude. One of my favorite like AUs slash like comic series is like the Miraculous like text AU. I forget the exact artist, but if you search it up, you'll find them. It's so good, and the artist just does such a good job. And I love their designs for like aged up Marinette and Adrian. They're so good, and like the way that they make them interact is also really fun too. Good shit, good shit, good shit. Love it. You met Cat Noir and Ladybug's VAs. I have also met Bryce Pappenbrook and Christina V. I've actually met both of them on multiple different occasions, like across like different conventions, but they're super nice. I also, my hard flex to the Miraculous fans, you know that really expensive glass figurine, resin figure that's got like Ladybug and Cat Noir and they're like on top of a roof and it's like a $400 figure. I got one of the limited edition ones and I got the VAs to sign it. Just flexing that. I was so nervous. Like I had like an entire like tote. I was carrying that around like a giant fucking milk crate tote, carrying this really expensive figure into a fucking convention. I'm like, okay, the second I'm done with this autograph, I am running back to my car. I swear I got a fucking workout that day because that figure is heavy, bro. That shit was heavy. But here I am, small me, just like with a giant fucking crate and a giant fucking case and a big ass fucking figure that could fall apart if I dropped it. And I'm just like sweating bullets like, oh, don't drop it, don't drop it. I'm not much of a figurine guy, but that's hella cool. Do we have a picture in the server? No, because it's technically... The sad reality is that box is technically in my closet right now. So... The special limited edition box, like the figures inside this velvet box, which is inside the box that it came in when it shipped to me, and I haven't taken it out since I moved. Because here's the thing, I don't have a shelf big enough to put it on, and it's like one of those things that like needs like the room for it. It needs to have the space to breathe and flourish, and like my little display shelf that's got like all my amiibos and games on it, like it's too big for that. So like I need to get like a proper display shelf. Bring it out of the box, then take a photo, put it back. The only problem is that Cat Noir's tail, like I was trying to position it and it snapped, so I have to like also glue it back together. So like I'm just kind of depressed and I'm like, I gotta do this, but I have to like do it a very specific way and it's gotta require a fine hand, so I've gotta repair it and then I've gotta display it. No, it's okay. It was a very clean break. It was basically, it only snapped in like into two pieces. I just have to like get some resin glue and like get like a toothpick and go beep 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 beep, beep and like pinch hold together. Just get some good old resin glue and it'll be like good as new. Apparently it was a common problem to the point where the store, like the actual place that sold the figurine, they actually sell additional like replacement cat noir tails because so many people accidentally broke theirs trying to position it. Not Gorilla Glue, but like resin glue. Because like if you are gluing back a resin figurine, you need a specific type of glue in order for it to hold, because otherwise it's not going to hold. As it turns out, certain glues only work with certain materials. Whoa! Yeah. Replacement cat noir tails stock is crazy. I'm serious. The problem is that they're like $40 a pop, and I'm like, I could buy one, but then I can get resin glue for like $5 at the hardware store. I'd rather do that. And I can get toothpicks for like less than $1. So, $40 or DIY, baby. Like, I'm not selling it, so like, it's just for me. But yes, that was like one of my last purchases, like really irresponsible purchases that I made before I got married. So it's like one of those things where you're like, before you have like, you know, you have like this really big anime figure collection, like you have resin figures, scale figures, and then like, yes, here's the marriage arc. Where we started moving to prize figs. Yes, the stark contrast. I can't be irresponsible with my money now because I have to like put it into savings and pay for mortgages and shit. Okay. Oh, did you know something cool? Bryce Peppenbrook's VA. Wait. Bryce Peppenbrook's dad was a VA and was in a show called Transformers Robots in Disguise. And I had Bryce sign the character his dad voiced. Oh, that's cute. That's nice. I didn't know that his dad was a VA too, but you know, Apple doesn't fall far. That's probably honestly how he got an in. I don't want to say that he didn't get into the industry and didn't get gigs based off his own skill, but like, when it comes to VA work, a lot of it is based on who you know and the context that you have. So I'm pretty sure that was an edge in his favor in his early career. Damn, bro is a Nepo baby. I don't want to say it like that, but like, it's very true. Based off of the stories that I've listened to from other VAs, the early days of voiceover work was very much who you knew and what location you were in. So like, once upon a time, I was actually very interested in becoming a voice actress myself. The problem is that when I was growing up and like super interested in learning about the process, I had two problems. Number one, I didn't have a large acting background. I had maybe been an extra in a couple of like movies, and I had maybe been in one school play. Outside of that, no acting experience, so that's not good. And number two, I wasn't in an agency network that was very popular with VA work. So popular networks would be like over in like New York, over in Texas, like the Houston area, and then over in California. Like those were like the three hubs in America for the longest time. I think nowadays, I'm pretty sure Georgia's opened up, but and then the pandemic happened, and then like remote work took over. But still, very much when it comes to getting work in the VA industry, you still have to be in an agency, and you have to be nearby enough where you can like go into the recording booth. So you still have to be in those voiceover hotspots. So for me, it was just a matter of I didn't have the experience, and I also wasn't in a good location for it. So I just kind of threw that dream in the fucking dumpster fire, you know? Listen, you can be a Nepo baby and work hard. Literally all industries are who you know versus what you know. This is also very, very true. I mean, the same thing is true for like entertainment, content creation too. Like people who know a person or know a guy who knows a guy, they have an edge in the industry. That's kind of what happens when like someone kind of pops off overnight. Odds are they know someone or have a contact that's already kind of big in the industry. Rarely does someone just randomly pop off overnight. Those days are over. You scrolled up and saw Miraculous and you became ecstatic. Yeah, we love Miraculous over here. I'm a big Miraculous nerd. Like, if there are a handful of series I could have a very long-winded rant and or yap about or talk in depth about the lore, Miraculous is one of those series. For those that don't know, Miraculous Ladybug is a children's television cartoon that's like episode of the day. But then once you get closer to like the end of season 4 and 5, you have such fun existential questions as, oh, synthetic humans? Question mark? Oh, people are dying. The questions of self-sacrifice and, you know, death and shit. That's fun. What is free will? Yeah, exactly. What fun questions. Oh, man. If I need be, I can have strong opinion on anything. This is true. Listen, if you want to be divisive, have a strong opinion on everything. Be controversial. That's how you get traction on social media these days. Start rage baiting. Rage bait for the joy bait in your heart. Miraculous is cinema. Oh my god, dude. Whenever I remember going through the various arcs of Miraculous. Now, keep in mind, I've been following the franchise for a long time. God, has it really been almost a decade since this series has been like around? Because I remember seeing conversations circulating regarding this. Yeah, it's been a decade. I remember like conversations starting up around like 2015 or so, back when like the anime PV was going around on Tumblr, right? And I was interested in the series, and then eventually they pivoted to 3D, and then it started airing, you know, here and there. The release schedule has always been awful. Like, one week you'd be watching it in Portuguese, the next you're watching it in French, the next you're watching it in Korean. Whatever came out first is what you watched it in. But I remember back when people were theorizing about who Hawkmoth was, and I'm just like, my brother in Christ. Gabriel Agreste as Hawkmoth. Do you not recognize the VA? And I'm just like, are we really going back and forth over who the villain is when they're both voiced by Keith fucking Silverstein? Are we really theorizing? Yeah, people were theorizing back in season 1. It was a theory, and people would be like, no, we haven't seen it yet, so it's not confirmed. And they were like, you know, oh, they're separate people. Oh, it's Gabriel's twin brother, blah, 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 you know. Yeah, it was a time, dude. It was a time. And I'm just like, are we stupid? If you ever want to know if a character is a villain, they've got like a double identity, but they don't reveal it in the series, take a good hard look at the cast list in the credits and who's attributed to what character. You'll have your answer like straight away. It's the deadest of giveaways. Keith Silverstein, aka my boys Rumble and Frenzy, and War/Fall of Cybertron, Zhongli, and Genshin Impact. Okay, tying back to the Yona of Dawn conversation from earlier, I tried to watch the English dub. I always try to give the English dub a chance whenever I try a new series. I could not. I just could not. I wasn't a big fan of Yona's English VA. I just didn't like how she sounded. It was kind of grating on my ears. But also, I could not get behind Hawk because that was fucking Keith Silverstein. And I'm like, no. A better VA. My headcanon voice, whenever I read the manga, my headcanon voice for Hawk is actually going to be Ian Sinclair. I feel like he's got the perfect voice for Hawk, but that's my hot take. That's my fucking hot take. If I were to recast, I feel like the English VA for Amy from the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise would be great as Yona, and then just Ian Sinclair. That's just me though. That's just me. Anyway, moving on. I just wanted to say that because Keith Silverstein was brought up. Oh, speaking of which, I remember where I was at for real. Apparently, I'm at when everyone's at the palace and backstories are revealed, let's say, came to me in the shower. Which backstories? Uh-oh. When they're at the palace. So, wait. So, like, Yona and the crew are at Hiryu Palace, is that right? And, Like, what's her face? What's his name? Blonde evil guy who's not really evil, that guy. I always forget his name. Something Woo. Fuck, not. I'm thinking Jin Woo from fucking Solo Leveling. That's not the guy. Suwon, that's the guy. Suwon's mom's backstory. Yeah, that guy. It's his mom's backstory, which is like the backstory for also Yona's mom. Is that right? Is that where you're at? And like Yona's reading the diary. Okay, I know where you are then. Perfect, Pog. It gets better though. That's the most major thing I remember happening. Okay, cool. Listen, I already knew to some extent that like Yona's mom was murdered, but like I was just like, this makes more sense. It was kind of just a sad little story, just like, oh, like I'm gonna kill her, and then because you killed her, I'm gonna kill you. They're getting revenge, but because you killed, it's like this guy killed this guy's dad, now this guy has gotta kill this guy, and now Yona's traumatized. Erect. Solo leveling a bridge. Nah, just solo leveling. It's totally canon. Ascend. I love Alex Libro. He's great. OMG, hi Joey, it's me. Hi, hello. Listen, we're killing time before I have to go to the midnight release. So it shouldn't take me that long to get ready. Honestly, I just gotta throw on a hoodie that's comfortable and maybe some jeans or something. And then I go over and I just kind of wait in my car until it's time to line up. It's just cold outside, so I'm like, I'm kind of waiting. Like, I don't have to be there right away. I'm just gonna pick up my copy and then fuck right off, you know? And like, I was hanging out on the cliffhanger for such a long time. Bro, I called that shit back in 2014 too. I was like, damn, I literally sat here for years for it to finally be confirmed. I hate it when you're like, quit being coy. We all know. We all know. Baby, it's cold outside. Hey, it's Christmas time. Guys, can you believe it? Christmas. Just a week away. Christmas. It's here. Mariah Carey is waiting outside your door right now as we speak. Ding dong. Who is it? Hi. Don't wanna laugh for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Make it stop! Someone get the flamethrowers! We gotta melt her! It's the only way! And then cue All Out for Christmas, but like it's slowly melting. And I need someone who knows a little bit about making audio distorted to make that a reality. Thanks. Quick, someone summon the Power Rangers! Yes, Mariah, carried people September 1st, as you should. As you should, Stelly. Listen, I love Christmas music. Hey, just so you know, just want to go on record, Hunkley has been singing Oh Holy Night since, like, the past 2 months. I'm just putting it out there. He started the Christmas music trend, not me. Not me! He did it, not me! You get me, Inkly. I knew I could trust you. Listen, also, snowman, see a snowman's been kind of popping in my head, so like, Where are y'all running from? Should I be concerned that y'all are running? It's never a good thing when the cats frantically run into the room, because they only do that when someone shows up in my house, and I'm home alone. It's surely nothing to worry about. You're chill, right? You're chill. Maybe they were just freaked out by a bug. Perhaps. Anyway, for no discernible reason, click. For no discernible reason, I'm gonna put something on the table. Anyway, can't be too safe now. Clipped it because why not? Thank you. They probably got zoomies. Listen, I think it's smart to use your animals, not use them, but like pay attention to your animals when they behave certain ways. because they are more tuned to sounds in your household than you will ever be. So, like, if they start behaving in a way that's, like, in line with, like, something's not right, you can pay attention to them and be ready. Animals are very, very perceptive creatures. And, like, my little fraidy cats who hate other people, oh, yeah. I know when someone's over. And I'd be like, oh, no. God. So, my brother-in-law has been coming over every like, Saturday, Sunday. He's helping us fix some stuff around the house. Hunkley has been paying him to, like, finish, like, sanding and painting the basement. So that's actually getting done. And, like, we'll have, like, the baseboards and the floors finally installed over there. But also getting the back door fixed because, you know, as we remember with Bowser, he kind of, like, tore up nearby the back door. And, like, we discovered that there's some wood rot that was happening by the door, so we needed to have the door frame and the floor replaced. So my brother-in-law's doing that too, because he knows a thing or two about some carpentry and, like, fixing things, which is pog. But he's been coming over on the weekends, and my poor cats are very, very afraid of all the sounds. And I just remember coming into the game room and, like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, my laptop is, like, all the way lowered on its stand. Everything on my desk is, like, in a wreck. And then I see behind the monitor, right by the PC tower, Tonka and Venti curled up behind the PC trying to hide. And I'm like, how did you both fit back here? You both fat as hell. So, and I had to do the world's most awkward extraction trying to remove them from behind the monitor because I know their asses were not comfortable back there. It's cute, but no, yeah. And then the next time, this was last Sunday. I was grabbing something and I had opened up the door to the game room and the cats ran in. And then I went out to go get, like, some orange juice or something like that. And when I came back, Tonka was just, like, hiding inside, like, a trash bag of clothes that I hadn't put away. So I just see Tonka's tail and his butt sticking out of a garbage bag on the floor. And I just see the cat silhouette and his dumbass little head, just like the imprint of his face as he's trying to bury himself in my clothes. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You hide in the weirdest of places, but, like, his tail's sticking out, so it's like he sucks at hiding. Mother, we tried becoming Solid Snake, but we're dummy thick. Like, they'll try to hide in a box, but, like, Tonka's big fluffy tail is just sticking out. He's obvious as hell. These dudes suck at hide and seek. They suck at it, but we love them anyway. They're cute. They're sweet little boys, but they're dumb. Dumb of ass, big of heart, just like how we want them to be. But yeah, it's been interesting, but things are finally getting done. So the basement is finally painted. Apparently, the job that Hunkley and I did spackling the wall and sanding was in fact not good enough, and we missed quite a bit of things because in my brother-in-law's professional opinion, he's like, yeah, you guys missed some stuff, and, like, some of this wasn't, like, sanded down level, but don't worry, I got it. And I'm like, oh, well, screw you, but thanks. Thanks, bud, I guess. But it's nice because we're finally getting stuff done and the floor is being replaced. We have to, like, replace the actual, like, tile for the kitchen, but that's a problem for another day. I'm just happy that, you know, I won't fall through the floor if I go out the back door, so that's nice at least. And we don't have to deal with the wood rot on the door frame anymore. That's also nice. It's nice to know a guy who knows a thing or two, you know, because they've seen a thing or two. I think I'm very lucky. Like, I feel like we all know a person that's, like, in a trade, but I'm very lucky to know a variety of people that specialize in a variety of different trades. Like, if I have electronics problems, I know 3 guys for, like, I know one guy for soldering. I know one guy for PC problems. I know one guy for, like, tech program problems, right? I know a guy for plumbing. I know a guy for HVAC. I know a guy for fixing the heating and air and all that. That's also HVAC. What am I saying? Know a guy for carpentry. Know a guy for installing pools and asphalt and shit. We know a guy for everything. It's nice. It's not too bad. Not too bad knowing people. But very, very lucky. If we need a person for propane and propane accessories, we just call Hank Hill, I'll tell you what. Oh my goodness. By the way, for those that have seen it, I heard that Hank Hill, or what is it, King of the Hill, got another season or something like that, or it got rebooted. Is it any good for those that have seen it? I have never actually seen King of the Hill, but apparently it's really popular overseas. And you know how here in America, when it comes to like dubs versus subs in anime culture, which is better, apparently when it comes to King of the Hill, the same arguments happen over in Japan. They debate over whether or not the English dub is better versus the Japanese dub. And I think that's so funny. But I really, as a native English speaker, I want to try watching the Japanese dub of King of the Hill just to see how different it is. I just, for science, I just want to see. You've seen a bit of it and it's really good. Okay, cool then. I also have been seeing a lot of South Park. It's got a new season and I don't know why, but there's this one account on Twitter that's just posting full ass fucking episodes of South Park, and I was just like, oh my god, South Park is it's still the same show as it always was, and it's not a great show. It's total brain rot, but I'm just like, how are they getting away with posting full episodes? Didn't the season just come out? That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But a lot of things are getting season 2s and reboots and stuff. Isn't Fiona Cake getting a season 2 or something like that? I remember seeing something like that earlier. Lots of things. But you know what's not getting a season 2? Yona of Dawn. As a tear rolls down my cheek. It's not happening, gamers. It's not happening. What I do want to get another season, though, has it been confirmed, actually? I need to check. Apothecary Diaries. I also want 7th Time Loop to get another season, but that's besides the point. Yona of the Dawn. What was I saying? Apothecary Diaries. I forget. Did season 3 get confirmed? It is confirmed. Okay, 2026, maybe spring or summer. Okay, cool. I feel like that's bogus because that's the AI overview, but yeah, pog. We love to see it. Listen, okay. I just want to say something. For those of you who are caught up on Apothecary Diaries, the next arcs that are going to get turned into the season 3, they're going to be great. I really, really hope, because I know it's going to do an adaptation of the lead, the stuff that was before Western Capital, and they're gonna do the Western, the first part of the Western Capital arc. I really hope that they wrap up, they do the entirety of Western Capital 1, but I'm not sure. But I really would like them, at least for if season 4 becomes a thing, I need them to speed run the fucking Doctor arc. I need them to rush through that, because that, I want to be real, the Doctor arc was so boring, dude. Listen, Yao and Inen, cute characters, I just could not care. I could not care about the story, bro. I'm sorry. I've only seen clips of Apothecary Diaries. It's really good, Ryan. Very, very good. If you love yourselves a period drama, but here's the thing. It's a seinen anime. So it's catered towards adults. The main hook of it, if you like mysteries and you like a competent lead character who like actually solves the mysteries and like has critical thinking and like, you know, but like it's a period drama. It's really good in that way. There is romance to it, but it is not the focus at all. It's just kind of sprinkled here and there at just the right times. But like it's mainly just like political drama, this character solving mysteries and kind of getting wrapped up in all the politics of this. So really fun series. The characters and how they interact are really good. And a lot of the stuff that happens, like some things get introduced and they don't get payoff until way later in the series, which I fucking love. Good shit. Oh, wait, what? One of the clips of that series was one where the main character was concerned about a princess's baby being upside down. Oh yeah, the breech birth. Yeah. That was with Lady Gyokyo, and her trying to have her baby. Yeah, that was a whole thing. That's actually season 2, but it's really solid. I really do enjoy it. It's one of my favorite series, period. And if you've never actually gone out of your way to watch it, I would at least give it a chance, because like, you'll know if you like it the first episode. You'll know if it's for you really early on, but it's absolutely gorgeous. The animation is beautiful, and it's one of these interesting cases where once you get caught up to the anime, it's one of the rare cases where the anime is ahead of the primary manga serialization at the current time of me talking about it. So what wound up happening is that the mangaka got in trouble for tax evasion, and I don't know if they did jail time or something for it, but the manga went on hiatus, and unfortunately that meant the anime kind of caught up to the manga. However, there's plenty of source material because it's a series that was a web novel turned light novel first. So, Pog. So who the person that was actually in charge of writing the story wasn't the person that got in trouble for tax evasion. But I say all that to say that if you finish the anime and you really like the story and you can't wait for more, because trust me, you're not going to want to wait for more, it's definitely worth picking up the light novels because they have so many stories. Like I'm pretty sure they've got like 7-8 seasons worth of content already ready for you to read, translated. It's so good. And it's not done yet, but it's still actively getting translated. And what I really, really like about the translations is that the official English translation for the novels is almost caught up to the Japanese novel releases. So I'm pretty sure, I think we're at novel 18 or 17 or 18 or like that, and like for the Japanese publication. And I believe 16, like novel 16 just got done fairly recently, so they're moving on to 17. And if you read it through J Novel Club, which is one of the two officially licensed like English translations, you can actually, if you pre-order the novels, you can actually get the translations as they release, like week by week. So you don't have to wait for the full novel to be fully translated to read it. You can actually read it weekly, which I really like. I wish there was more of that in the world, but I digress. Anyway, really good story. I'm not sponsored or anything. I just really like Apothecary Diaries, and I want more people to read it. But I say all that to say, for the upcoming season, when we get to Western Capital, there's gonna be people talking, and I already know it's gonna be a problem. Just stay with the series, okay? Just remember that Mao Mao is an unreliable narrator, okay? She betrays her own innermost thoughts and feelings, okay? And something that happens in the arc, she will later think fondly of. So I want people to know this ahead of time. She was into it, okay? Just putting that out there before people get up in arms about a particular scene. Also, the way that scene was translated apparently was done very, very dirty. Because the way that do I say the spoilers? I don't want to say the spoilers. Do I say the spoilers? There's a particular scene. You'll know it when it happens in Western Capital. Where it's a scene with Jinshi and Mao Mao. The way that I read it initially in the official translation, because I read the official translation, I read it as Mao Mao, she was into it. The way the scene is read, like, in at least how I interpreted it based off of the official translation, that it was implied that Mao Mao kicked Jinshi in the nuts. However, apparently, according to like proper translations done by fans, because apparently they did the scene fucking wrong in the official translation, apparently that was not what happened. Apparently there was a kiss involved, and apparently Jinshi got a little too into it, and whoopsies in his pants. Whoops. And I was floored at that. I'm like, what do you mean that's what happened? Huh? Apparently that scene is very divisive yeah! But in the context of that scene, you're like, oh, it's a comedic scene, and that's why people love it so much. It does not come across that way in the official translation at all, and I understand why the bilingual the readers that read both in the Japanese version and the English version, they were fucking livid when it came out. Yeah! Girl, I finally finished season 2. I'm speeding through the novels. How far along are you? What light novel are you at? I'm just kind of throwing that out there in a very vague way, because there's a scene and it's super divisive as far as because it's not, the manga isn't that far yet. So we can't get a visual on what the scene looks like in an official capacity. And eventually it's going to get animated, and it'll be very obvious what the intent was one way or the other. But I'm just like, it reads very differently in the official translation, but in the allegedly more dedicated fan translation, it reads an entirely different way. But it does make sense later on in the series why Mao Mao thinks fondly of that moment if it's based off of the assumption that the fan translation is in fact accurate. Anyway. Yeah. But anyway, how far along are you, DX? Oh, Inkly, I have heard that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Steel Ball is going to get an anime. I've also heard that. People keep... I remember seeing like people talking about like a song. Oh, this is the song. This is the instrumental for Steel Ball Run, and it was not an instrumental, but it was a banger song. Ooh, I'm so sorry. I'm having really bad reflux right now. Oh no. You're halfway through novel 5. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Good. Very good. Hang on. Do I have to I'm going to flip through, cuz I was reading it on the Kindle version for a while, cuz I just like reading things on Kindle. I didn't realize about the J Novel Club until after the fact. Light novel 5. Yeah, baby. Yeah, this is the one. This is the good shit right here. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Dude, get to the end of it. Please. Please get to the end of 5. Please, DX. I need to know your opinions. Oh, you're there with Li Shu and Mao Mao. They're yapping about questions about Li Shu's lineage specifically. Yeah! Okay. Yeah, that's really... I like that arc. I fucking love Western Capital. Ugh. The Western Capital arcs are my favorite fucking arcs in this franchise. They're so good, man. They're scrumptious. Delicious food. Oh, man. Also when they're on the ship, baby girl. I also love it when they're on the boat. I love it when they're on the boat. Good stuff. Also, just fun stories to be had. When they're going to the port cities, good shit. Good shit. Anyway, you're going to have a lot of fun. I think you're going to have a lot of fun. I really want to know what your opinions are at the end of the end of 5, the end of 8, and then anything after 10 and onwards. I'm really curious to know what your opinions are. Honestly, though, Loki, the first half, that was rough to get through. Like, I was reading it on a plane and had such a hard time getting through the chapters because before stuff actually happens. Yeah, I feel like that with a lot of setup, and I feel like you're either going to enjoy the Doctor arc or you're gonna fucking hate it. Anytime, like, Shoyu is around, I don't like the kid. Anytime Mao Mao's just killing time right by, the old apothecary shop, I'm just like, all right, time for the snoozer arc. Here we go. Time for the mandatory, we're catching back on what all the side characters are doing. Like, I care. Like, bitch, I do not care about the crickets, man. No, for real. Do not care. Snooze. The anime handled it in a few seconds. Come on. Oh my god. No, for real. Although, reading through, like, I decided I wasn't going to wait for the anime, like, because at the time that I started picking up the novels, the second half of season 2 hadn't aired yet. And I'm like, I'm not about to wait for this, okay? So I got to read through the Fortress arcs and Shisui's arcs, and I'm just like, this is so good. Like, that was a page turner, man. Once it started getting good after Mao Mao got kidnapped, I'm like, oh my god, we are cooking. Have I ever watched Seiri Gensoku? No, I have not. What is that anime about? Never heard of it before. I have been watching, what is it? Gachi Akuta? I've been watching hang on, Gachi Akuta, that's the name. I keep fucking up every time I talk about it. The one with the trash. That's been cool. I like the animation style, or in the art style. Oh, it's an isekai. Okay, I'm not up to date on the isekais of the season. Oh, I forgot. I also read through the Fortress arc because I just couldn't leave it when Mao Mao got. No, for real. And, like, my thing is, I jumped from the anime, then I jumped to the manga, but then the manga stopped right as Mao Mao was at the fortress, and I'm like, no! Fuck! And I flipped the table, and I'm like, god damn it, please tell me there's a light novel. I was like, I am not waiting. And I'm like, then I started reading, like, what the fuck do you mean the mangaka was in prison for tax fraud? Huh? I was like, what? Excuse me? Also, I did it in spite of your warning. I just wanted to see what things were meant to look like. Huh? Tax fraud. Yeah! Nekarage. Because there's 2 versions of the manga. For some reason, there was 2 publications that got greenlit. I don't know why. There is the Square Enix one that's Nekarage, which is like the art style people think of when they think of the Apothecary Diaries manga. And then there's the other one that for a time was further ahead, but now I don't know if they're further ahead now. I think they're just now getting around to drawing the the Fortress arc. So they're slower, but they're moving along. But the Nekarage manga got on hiatus, the Square Enix one, because the mangaka tax fraud. Whoopsies! They didn't pay their taxes and they had to pay some major fines and they had to pause things for a while. I think they're back now, but like, it's slow moving, Yeah. Friendly reminder that taxes will bite your ass no matter where you are in life. This is very true. Listen, figure out your taxes. Otherwise, your taxes are going to spank your ass. They have an iron club to start spanking you with. But yes, I fucking love Apothecary Diaries. Also, hey, does anyone casually have like a $50 lying around that you can wink wonk loan me? Because there are some new Apothecary Diaries figurines that just came out for pre-order on Good Smile, and they're so pretty. And like a Jinshi figure's like kind of rare and hard to come by, but like Jinshi's nothing without a Mao Mao to hold his hand. So loan is crazy. Listen, okay? I just want to have my Apothecary Diary shrine. What's so wrong with that, okay? Okay, who here used to watch Inuyasha and read the manga? Okay, here's my confession. I never watched Inuyasha. I never read it either. It would totally be something that's up my alley. I take that back. I tried to watch it for a little bit, like probably like the first like maybe 10 episodes, and I'm like, I just know that the romance between Inuyasha and the lead girl is gonna piss me off, bro. I can smell it from a mile away, and I stopped. Because I've had a feeling in my spirit that I was right. I don't like it when the romance is so wishy-washy and like the male lead is like, I don't like you, but like he does, but like he doesn't, and like he's an ass about it. I fucking hate that shit. I watched like 1 to 5-ish episodes of Inuyasha and I couldn't get into it. I'm just like, dude, if you're gonna have a romance, you need to have the main leads like commit to the bit. You can't be wishy-washy. They can't be wishy-washy, okay? That's just not good romance, okay? Not good. You can have a slow burn, a slow realization over time. That's fine. But the I don't like you, and there's like, you know, problems in the relationship because like they don't fucking communicate, and it's like problems are based off of miscommunications or just simply not talking to one another. Pisses me off, bro. Pisses me off. I will chuck a series if the romance sucks balls. I'm not afraid to admit that. I don't often watch things for the romance, but when I do, they gotta do it good. Otherwise, Real. I have to be sold on the romance from episode like 4. Yes! Precisely! Precisely! Which is kind of what, hi, Tonka. I thought you were Venti. Hey, buddy. What? You're putting your paw on me, buddy. I have to be sold. I have to be sold on the romance. Listen, I really liked Horimiya because they got on that. Like, they were a couple by, like, episode fucking 5, bro. I'm like, hell yeah. Love to see it. Rare case of the couple actually gets together and they feel like a realistic couple and you actually get to see them in the relationship. Like, that's nice. I like that. I don't like it. I don't like it when, like, it's just wishy-washy and like they finally get together on the very last episode, but like that you don't get to see them kiss. I'm like, really? We did all of this teasing and build up and you couldn't fucking put your lips on each other's lips? Really? I don't deserve to see that much? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't like it when it's wishy-washy, but it doesn't hit. Yeah. Hi, Tonka. You're on the cat. You're on the table. You're not supposed to be here. Like Yamada 999, it was cute, but like knowing that apparently there was more that they could have put into the anime pisses me off, bro. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? We could have gotten this scene and they didn't choose to animate it? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Anyway. If you like slice of life anime, it's worth it. Plus romance and they have a kid. Ooh. Okay, I read the manga for Yamada 999 after episode like 3 because it was so cute. Yes, Yamada 999 is really cute, but doesn't it suffer? I haven't read the manga, so I don't know. Doesn't it suffer like they break up or something because of like communication problems? I remember something, people mentioning a fucking breakup arc, and I'm like, no, not a breakup arc. No, stop. Not a jealousy arc. No. Last I read it, it was another hiatus, so you're definitely not caught up. Oh, okay. I don't like breakup arcs, because they're always based on the stupidest of miscommunications. believe there was a jealousy arc, but they did resolve it with communication. Okay, good. Whew. Like, don't get me wrong, a little jealousy can work in the right circumstances, but they gotta do it tastefully, and they gotta resolve the problem quickly. I don't like it when the problem is brewing and the miscommunication is overarching like several arcs and they don't resolve it until like this other arc is done. Like, no. You introduced this, finish the problem. God. Anyway, I got problems with some romance sometimes. I'm gonna sound old, but anyone remember High School of the Dead or High School DxD? I know of them. I also have not watched either of those. Let me guess, did you watch High School DxD for the plot? The problem did brew for a hot second, but the resolution was fairly satisfying, if I recall. That's good then. That's very good. For me, a case of what was it? It was the one that Entity, I think, recommended. The one, what was it called? It was the one where it was the girl was a NEET and like they met through the game. I forget what that one was called. Not Astra. That one's a good one. What was it called? I always forget the name of this one. Wait, there's one. Not Sword Art Online. It's a romance one. It's like a slice of lifey one. They meet in like a fantasy type game. They become friends with the guild and whatnot. Shit, what was that one called? Oh, my brain hurts. My head hurty. I might be able to pull it up on Crunchy. Hang on. Oh, Crunchyroll. This should still be in my watched list.
Let me see. I need to figure it out.
History. God, lots of Gachi Yakata. Manage. Man, I binged a lot of things. God. Love After World Domination, that was a cute one. Listen, sometimes you gotta go through your watched history just to figure out what you've seen. Sometimes it's good. Not A-Cell World, not Shangri-La Frontier. It's a romance one. She was she had like purple hair. She was kind of like, she got fired from her job and then she got sucked into a game and like they met IRL at the fucking convenience store. It's that one. God, what is that one called? It's killing me. God, Apples is on my account and there's also stuff I haven't seen in here. Fuck. What kills me? No, they were adults. What kills me is that Abels has her own account on my Crunchyroll account. And she uses my account to watch things, even though she has her own profile. It's because your watch list is better and your recommendations are more in tune to the stuff that I watch. Well, bitch, you have your own account. Blue Exorcist. I ain't been watching Blue Exorcist. That's Apples, bro. And they're solo leveling. Here's Apothecary Diaries. Campfire Cooking in Another World. Okay. Okay. Villainous Reincarnation Anime. Nope. Ooh! Ireliana ended up at the Duke's Mansion. Good shit. Seventh Time Loop. Good shit. Okay. Let's see. We're getting close. Hang on. This is about the time. Oh, I forgot about Alia Sometimes Hides Her Feelings. I heard that one was really cute. Let's see. Astra Lost in Space. Hey. Watched that last year. Let's see. God, Apple's really watched a lot of Wistoria. What the fuck, bro? VTuber Legend. Mob Psycho 100. Damn, I don't remember watching this. This had to have been Apples. Or Hunkley. Could have been Hunkley. Demon Slayer. God, what do you mean it's been this long? There's Metallic Rouge. I forgot about this one. For those that are wondering, I am scrolling through my watch list, trying to figure out the name of this one anime that I've forgotten about. This is why people have my anime lists, probably, to figure out what they've watched. Condition Called Love. I need to watch that one. Forgot about that one. There's Free Ren. Hello, Seventh Time Loop. Who the fuck is watching One Piece? Who? Okay. God dang it. I hate it that so many people use my account. What the heck? Someone was on a One Piece kick. Holy shit. And the Inkly then calls Mom up, Mom, Apple's using my Crunchyroll. I literally pay for it. The 2-piece is real. The 2-piece. The squeakquel. I can't wait for the 3-piece. The 3-piece boneless wings combo at the Wingstop. SAO. Man, god dang it. It's been a while since I've seen this. It's probably why I've forgotten it, because it's been so long. This is the problem with some anime that just have those names, you know? You're just like, what? Huh? Fluffy Paradise? Never seen that before. What Daily Life of the Immortal? Some of this might be ringing some bells for some of y'all. It's still bothering me that I can't remember it. One of you is gonna get it by the time I get here. There's A Sign of Affection. There's Apothecary Diaries Season 1. Who was watching Attack on Titan? What the fuck? Okay. What's Paradise? No. No. Man, where was it? Black Clover. That was Hunkley. Someone was watching Full Metal Alchemist on this account. Okay, Pog. Someone was watching Peak. Okay, more Black Clover. God, someone was on a Black Clover binge for several days. Oh, dear Lord. More One Piece. God, they were like at episode 300 back in February. God. Big Brother Edward. There's Jujutsu Kaisen. Now that was Hunkley. I know that much. No one else in my family would watch Jujutsu Kaisen. Certainly not Apples. She wouldn't simp after Gojo Jujutsu Kaisen. That would never happen. Never, ever, ever. Wink, wonk. I will find the name of this godforsaken anime if it's the last thing I do. I swear if I only watch it on Netflix, I'm gonna crash out. I will crash out. But it's like, it's a romance, it's a gamer romance. Fucking, what was it called? She was a NEET. She stayed at the home. She didn't go outside. They met in a game. God dang it. It was like Yamada 999, but not really. It was probably around the time I was watching Yamada 999, now that I think about it. Was it on a shirt? What? What do you mean? What do you mean it was on a shirt? It probably has a t-shirt. It probably has merch. Someone has one shirt of it somewhere. There's Yamada 999. Hello, Yamada 999. We're close. I can smell it. Snow White with the red hair. Peak. Good shit. Recovery of an MMO junkie! That's the one! I found it! I fucking found it! Recovery of an MMO junkie. That's the one. That is the anime. It has a cute premise, but the romance in the end just felt so underwhelming. I was disappointed. It was cute. It had promise, and I'm just like, oh, no. Yeah! I don't think I realize you didn't recommend it to me. It was someone else. But that's the one. Recovery of an MMO junkie. Forgive me. It's been how many years since I've seen it? It was back in January of 2024. Sorry, my bad. It's been like over a year since I've seen it. I forgot who told me to watch it. But I dug through my fucking Crunchyroll to figure out the name of this fucking anime that I watched that I was underwhelmed by the romance of. And I was just like, man, they could have done better. They could have done more. Man. Even Tonka's disappointed. He's downtrodden. He gets sad whenever the romance gets underwhelming in anime too. Yeah, you tell him, Tonka. Got anything else to say? Hey, you have anything else to say? Uh-huh. Anything else? He just meowing over here. He got lots of things to say. Anything else, Tonky? Hello? I wish we had a cat cam. The unfortunate thing is these little fuckers don't like to sit still. So the only place they would consistently sit is like on my lap. But then that means I have to frequently have a boob cam. And I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know if that's a good idea or if Twitch would allow that. The only other thing is I could point it in the corner. But if I go and pet them, then you might accidentally get feet on camera. So like, I don't know about that. You're not getting feet for free. Not for free. Not on my watch. Hello. Debating on making chicky nuggies. So did you or did you not make dinner? Did you not have chicky nuggy for dinner? How could you? How could you not have chicky? You did. Very good. Very good. All right, Tonka. I'm ejecting you from your seat. Beep. There you go. But you know, the option of chicky nuggies is there. You could have them right now. You could have three chicken nuggies. And your life could be complete, you know? One chicky nuggie to rule them all, and then 2 to dunk in a sauce of your choice. I say that's a good option right there. I'm getting tired. I shouldn't be, God. Although I should be wrapping up here in a little bit. This has been a fun little yap session talking about anime. And talking about anime that pissed us off in the romance department. I have to get ready. God, I need a nap. I should have taken a nap, bros. What if we just have a napping stream? All right, good night. I'm gonna use Tonka as a pillow. Come here, bud. Good night. I sleep now. We're gonna change the category to I'm just sleeping. Got a silly boyo right here. I just kicked you off my lap, though. You can't bamboozle me. Change category to I'm only sleeping. Honk shoe time, everybody. Time for me to go to bed. I'm gonna go to the store in the morning. Screw a midnight release. But for real though, I do need to probably wrap up here in a little bit. Because I will be going to a midnight release. I'm gonna be grabbing Legend ZA. Then I'm gonna be promptly going to bed. And then when I wake up, because I'm off tomorrow, I might play some Legend ZA. So, hey, I might be streaming tomorrow. You might get some more of me. So, look forward to that, gamers. Yeah! All good. Yup. It was nice yapping. But I am tired. I hope you guys enjoyed, though. I hope you guys didn't get too bored of whatever the fuck this was. Oh, you throw some manga? Thank you very much. I will be looking at your recommendations with great interest because I need something to fill the Yona of Dawn void, okay? Like, these bi-weekly releases are killing me, man. They're killing me. All right, let's see. Who is live right now that we can go say hello to? Who is doing things and stuff right now? Do I want to raid into a ZA stream? Do you guys want a ZA stream? Or do we want an art stream? Because we can also do an art stream too. We got a couple of art stream options. Up to you guys. I have no preference either way. Okay. Oh shoot. I need to move away from Twitter real quick. Oopsies. Yeah, okay, let's see. Lemon Ferret. Let me pull that account up. Twitch.tv, bloop, bloop, bloop. Yeah. Okay, so they're just starting at Legends EA. So you guys want to get a sneaky peeky of the game Raymer? Then there you go. We're just gonna go say hello to that's not a command. I shouldn't be entering a username as a command. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. It's always nice chilling with you guys. Yeah. If you're new and you haven't done so already, consider dropping a follow. Maybe join the Discord for when I go to live next, because right now I'm kind of in like break/hiatus mode. So like I'm just kind of streaming whenever I feel I want to stream and I have the energy to do so. So yeah, if you want to know when I go live next, probably the best way to know is hitting the bell, but sometimes Twitch is dumb, so the actual best way is Discord and then opting in for stream pings. That's the best way to know when I go live. So yeah, just consider that. It's free 99. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but it'd be very cool if you did. Yeah. You miss your streams? I thank you for saying that. It's always nice to feel like that you guys like what I do. It's always humbling to be reminded, because sometimes I get in my head like, no, they don't miss me. There's other people that are like more fun to listen to. They'll be fine without me. But then you guys are like, where have you been? I'm like, oh, people like me. As I say with tears in my eyes. I legit miss you in streams of Genshin and our aw. Listen, I need to get back on the Genshin grind at some point, because I do need to get through the main story quest. I haven't forgotten about that. Need to do it, and I know Nod Cry came out. I'm just like, God, the more that I don't stream Genshin, the further and further from God's light we fall behind. Yeah, and the yapping. But, hey, at the very least, I don't like that you guys are running around and freaking me out. No danger, right? Right, Venti? Okay, you're just zooming. Good. Whew. Okay. But yes, next time we stream, it'll be... There he goes. It'll be Legends EA, most likely. I also need to finish the playthrough of Hollow Knight. I haven't forgotten about that one. I just kind of been... I've been in manga brain rot mode, so I just kind of forgot about it. So my bad, gamers. We'll get back on the Hollow Knight grind soon. But yeah. So Pokemon, Hollow Knight, more yapping, and then Genshin. That's the itinerary eventually whenever I decide that I want to stream. Yeah, pogs. Anyway, I hope you guys have yourselves a wonderful night, and I will see you guys in the next one. So yeah, keep yourself safe, and yeah, I'll see you later, navigators. Bye-bye.